hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Monday to ya all. Good to see ya. What is up? Wait, hang on. Fish gone. There we go. What is up, everyone? Picara, how are you? Evrero, Admiral, Orville, oh my goodness, Okalagua, something like that. Kyoke for the 33rd month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Hey, what's up, Schufer, Angris, Joanne Dinglade. Welcome. Sego Base, Leo, Mr. Simic. Hopefully your commander was good this weekend. How's everyone doing? Oh man, I'm excited for this deck. This was the deck from the Players Tour this weekend that when I saw, I was like, all right, we got to play this deck. We got to play it. It was my favorite from the tournament, I think by a pretty significant margin, which is a Ken Yukihiro's White Black Sram deck. And boy, this has the most Theros Beyond Deathy of the decks at the Players Tour, and we're going to see if, like, Hateful Eidolon, Ephemia, and friends can actually work in Pioneer. It's going to be sweet. Yeah, this is the Ken Yukihiro deck. Ken builds some sweet decks and has success with them. So hopefully everyone had a wonderful weekend watching the Players Tour, watching the Super Bowl, whatever y'all were doing this weekend. And I'm excited to play some Magic, hang out and have some fun. So welcome, everyone. Yeah, so Super Bowl. Did anyone watch Super Bowl? I guess it was good. I don't know. This was one of those weird Super Bowls. Normally, I get to root against the Patriots because I hate the Patriots. This Super Bowl, I was kind of okay with anyone winning. I kind of wanted Kansas City, but I wasn't going to be upset either way. There was no big, evil, cheater team to root against, so... So I didn't care who was going to win. This is Sram O's-esque, but this is a very, like, Theros Beyond Death, different version of Sram O's. We are Sram. We don't have O's, really, but we got enchantments, but we got a bunch of new cards, and I think this deck is actually pretty sweet, so, I mean, as a Bills fan, of course I hate the Patriots. Yeah, the Pro Tour Players Tours were sweet. I very much enjoyed them. Hey, what's up, Twin? How are you? We're playing some Pioneer this afternoon, or at least starting with Pioneer, and then we'll see. We'll see where we end up. Maybe we jump over and play a bit of Standard at the end if we got time. Stu Show for the 7th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. So yeah, starting with Pioneer, maybe Standard after we do our Pioneering, testing out this sweet new Aura deck, Sram deck, Hateful Eidolon deck, whatever deck. So that's the plan for this afternoon. Hopefully you get to see those sweet games with Andrew filmed. We had a really, really long game. Don't think you'll see it later today. Hopefully he publishes it. I would like to see the whiteboard basics. I'm not sure about the black splash in this deck. Ephemia seems pretty weak. Well, we will see. That's why we're gonna try it. I think part of the reason the black splash is important is the sideboard. Not sure if we ever beat Inverter without having like Thought Seasons and Braid Maggots, and Inverter pretty popular. Hostafarian, 2-year resub, and AC Frankel for the first time. Welcome you both to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. So yeah, let's do our reminders, talk about this deck, start playing some Magic, then we can talk Players Tours and Super Bowls and whatever y'all want to talk about. Jonathan Englade for the 9th month. I made a variation of your Yarok deck that focuses on reanimating agent. It works great. I don't have a deck list for it, though. Ooh, that sounds super fun, Jonathan Englade. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Gideon is also good against Inverter. I mean, Ken played this in a very Inverter-heavy tournament, and in a very Inverter-heavy top 8 of the tournament, and did well with it. So I'm assuming that at least Ken Yukihiro can do well with this against Inverter. It remains to be seen if we can do well with it against Inverter, but we're going to find out. Hushbreaker getting to the trials, straight racing my way to beat Blue Back Inverter. Yeah, that could potentially work. Hushbreaker's good. Speaking of Hushbreaker, I was trying to play this mono white deck in Standard that I was working on for Budget Magic, and I was like, oh, it's like a mono white Flyers deck. I'll play Hushbreaker in the main deck. I'll get some people, like, don't Risen Reef, haha, I'm gonna get you. And then, like, the first or second match I played, Pun was just like, oh, turn 3 Euro, and it sticks around. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess we're not playing. I guess we're not playing Hushbreaker in the main deck. On second thought, maybe we aren't going to do this. So reminders, and then we'll talk about this next Start Playing Magic. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one, in the future. Normal YouTube, we did some sweet much brew action from yesterday. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. Playing some Calyx in Standard. Tonight, we're budget magicking. Maybe definitely doing some Standard. Maybe make your opponent discard some cards with a new Theros Beyond Death card. There's a super fun Against the Odds on Wednesday, so tons of neat stuff coming up on the YouTube channel. Keep it out for that. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some Magic the Gathering cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. They got Theros Beyond Death and everything else in stock, so you can snag them over there. Even grab a Sweet Scoop Soldier sticker if you want one. Just mention it in the order notes that you want the sticker. They'll send it to you for free, so thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playbats, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on the stream. You made it just in time, Thanos. We were just about to talk about our first deck of the day, which is White-Black Sram. So this deck is a deck from the Players Tour this weekend. Some number of isolated shape over the pain lamp seem reasonable, not 4, but some number, or do you gain enough life that you don't have to worry about it? That's a good question. I'm actually not sure. I would assume that Ken Yukihiro built this deck well. Isolated Chapel, coming into play tap could be clunky. It seems like this deck is putting an extremely high value on having mana come into play untapped. I mean, it's got Mana Confluence. If you're playing Mana Confluence, that means your deck really wants every land to come into play untapped, so that seems to be the focus. But this deck, this is a Sram deck, so we get to play Sram. We get to play auras in specific, draw a bunch of cards. That's kind of the engine of the deck. But the thing that makes this deck so sweet and so unique is it is very much a Theros Beyond Death deck. So to back up Sram, we got a few different plans. Hateful Eidolon and Ephemia the Cacophony? I don't know why people think the way I say that is so funny. Cacophony. But Ephemia give us ways to rebuild and fight through disruption. Put a bunch of auras on something, opponent wrasts our board. We get to draw a bunch of cards with Hateful Eidolon. And it's a creature that can wear auras. If our opponent wrasts our board, gets rid of all of our stuff, Ephemia can rebuild our board by making zombies. So it gives us this resilience. We also get a ton of new Theros Beyond Death protective stuff. Alciad just lets us give something protection so you can't kill our Sram with targeted removal. And then one of the most important new cards, I think, is Karametra's Blessing, which not only gives something hexproof, but also indestructible as long as it is an enchanted creature or enchantment creature. So this means we don't die to Wrath, we don't die to targeted removal, it just stops basically any interaction. So that is the goal of the deck, is to go off with Sram, draw a bunch of cards, make a big threat using Ethereal Armor and all that glitters. That's our big finishing auras. We can't just make a massive creature. We can give it flying with Griff's Boon. We have Sentinel's Eyes to give it vigilance, get it back from the graveyard. Cartouche gives us some sacrifice fodder with a 1/1 token in case our opponent has an edict. And then Favorite Hoplite, just a backup creature. A 1-drop gets bigger as we put enchantments on it. So this is a Sram deck that hopefully can go long. That is the thing that I like about this deck. In the past when we've played Sram decks, Firezok, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Oh, what are you trudging about, Itch? The thing I like about it is I feel like it should be able to go long and rebuild after rest. Most of the Sram decks we played, you just like play Sram, you play your stuff. If your opponent deals with it, you're like, oh well, I tried. This deck actually seems like if your opponent rasts your board, kills your stuff, we actually have a plan to be able to fight through that and keep going. Sideboard wise, Apostle, good against Mono Black, good against Graveyard decks. Thoughtseize Brain Maggot, good against Inverter. Deadweight for removal. Baffling End, also some early game removal. Gideon, also good against Inverter, and a hard to interact with threat for more controlling style decks. Caesar's Fall Down, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 5th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for you. Welcome back. Glad to have you. So that's our plan for today. We're going to see if this new take on Sram with a bunch of Theros Beyond Death cards can actually do some sweet things in the Pioneer format. Hopefully it does. It seems like a deck that could be really sweet. I'm a little worried it's a deck that only Ken can win with. Sometimes Ken Yukihiro decks, like he plays these brews, and he's such a good player that he can win with them, and then when we try to play with them, things go a little bit worse. But we will see. Oh man, if we can actually find this. I gotta find a way to get rid of this huge list of decks. It's so clunky. Hey, what's up, Nick? How are you? Welcome. Oh no, why? There's gotta be a better system than this. Look at how slow and clunky this is. It's like impossible to just load a decklist. Moto! As much as I defend Moto, this part is just absolutely painful. The system has gotta be. There we go. We found our deck. 5 minutes later. We have a new donation. Our first donation of the stream from Hexen Rube, $5 donation. Hey Seth, looking forward for you to take a look at this budget build. Thanks for such quality content. Well, Hexen Rube, thank you for the donation, and let me take a look at the deck. Budget Black Devotion. That looks pretty sweet. That looks solid to me. I think that's pretty close to where I'd start. I don't know about the Oathsworn Knight. I'm a little skeptical of Oathsworn Knight. I haven't really played with it much though, so maybe it's better than I think. But that looks like a good take on Budget Black Devotion, and it's super cheap for $50. You can't go wrong with that. That is about as cheap as it gets in Pioneer. Parika, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Coco's Homebrews. I didn't work 18 months. Tip my toes into vintage. Ooh, that's sweet. Hey, welcome, Timmy the Badfish. Good to have you. Altar of the Retrievers. Oh, vintage is... Wow. Oh. that deck is $90,000. I mean, it's playing the most expensive versions of some cards, but... Whoo! $90,000. If you had $90,000, what would you do with it? I think that's a good question. I don't think the answer for me would be buy a Magic deck. If you had $90,000 of disposable income, where would Magic be on the list? Would it even be on the list? Would that even be something you'd consider? Would it pop into your mind for a brief second? Stream mode. Be like, okay, I could buy a house. I could buy like a fleet of cheap cars or a couple of expensive cars. Give it away to streamers. Tano's, I know you're not joking either. That is the Tano's way, and we very much appreciate it. Spend $5. So if you had $90,000, you wouldn't buy a $90,000 vintage deck. You'd buy a modern collection or a standard collection. That makes sense. I mean, I think even if I had $90,000 and wanted to spend it on Magic, I probably would spend it on one vintage deck. I think I would have much more enjoyment. $90,000, you would have to be able to have like every modern deck, right? Or every Pioneer deck. You could probably literally own 4 of everything in the Pioneer format for the cost of that one vintage deck. LV Navi, welcome to the Fishbowl. Oh, Poutine. I don't know about this Poutine thing. Tomer keeps trying to sell me on Poutine. I don't know. Is it actually that good? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Pioneer Gauntlet, yeah, that would be sweet to just have every Pioneer deck. So being from upstate New York, we're pretty close to Canada. We have like the French fries with gravy thing. That's a thing around here, but the cheese curds have not made it south of the border yet. Are the cheese curds essential? Like, how much am I missing out on if it's just French fries and gravy? Fries, cheese, and gravy, what's not? I mean, those are all good things. Cheese curds are essential. Cheese curds are the go. Okay, so you gotta have the cheese curds for the poutine to be worth it. I don't know. Cheese curds kind of... I like cheese. The curds part makes me a little bit skeptical, but I do enjoy a good cheese. I'm gonna have to find a place. Oh, looks like we're up against Inverter already. I'm gonna have to find a place that has poutine so I can try it. Well, how do we do this? Go to combat. So we gotta kill our opponent before we get comboed. That is our goal. Go to combat. Get in with Elsid. Hit our opponent. Good news is our life total is not especially relevant against Inverter. Probably going to play against a bunch of Inverter decks today. Play a land, play Elciad, pass the turn. So wait, I think I missed it earlier. Well, I guess we can have this conversation when we draw it, but how am I supposed to say cacophony? It's not how I say it, apparently. I say how it's spelled. Cacophony. Cacophony. But then I get yelled at. Vote it. Facid. Playing their lands. We will play Caves of Koilos. We will play Sentinel's Eyes. We will play Sentinel's Eyes. And get in there. Maybe I wonder if we got too greedy by playing both. Maybe we should have just played one and left up 2 protection spells. Cacophony. 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 So it's like Squadron Hawk style. You're emphasizing the first syllable instead of the second one. Try. We need that to live. Karametra's Blessing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. So opponent had all the interaction. Well, maybe we were too greedy there. Maybe we should have left up 2 protection spells. Cacophony. Inverter of Truth for our opponent. Wait. Ugh. Alright, so we're dead. Well, what do y'all think of this Inverter deck? Does this Inverter deck, is it a deck that should be... Do you think it's going to be okay in Pioneer? Well, this went absolutely horribly. It could not go worse than how this just went. Yeah, make a 5/5. Can't get through that Inverter past the turn. Well, I guess protecting our thing wouldn't have mattered. Any reason you put both Sentinel Eyes on a single creature instead of one on each. Thassa's Oracle, and that's the game. Alright, so we get to bring in some discard. That did not go well. I think we want one big creature. A 2/2 does not get through a Thassa's Oracle, so I feel like we get more damage if we go all in a big creature. So we get a bunch of sideboard cards. Many sideboard cards. Opponent's removal is all black, so Apostle also seems good. We'll go down Ephemia, the Cacophony, and then go down... We can probably go down Griffspoon. Our opponent shouldn't have too many blockers, or at least trim Griffspoon. Maybe trim the favored Hoplites. And I guess Cartouche? Edicts should not be a concern, really. Alright. Something like that. Go. I mean, I hate unfair decks as a rule, but I'm not a big fan of Inverter to begin with, but I recognize some people like Combo. It's going to be interesting to see what happens at the next Players Tour. Is this deck just too good in absolute sense? Or can the metagame adjust to it? We're gonna find out next weekend, I think. I live in Wyoming, and we get snowed in. I work at FedEx Ground. We were so grounded, so that's why I'm here. We get snowed in here occasionally, too. Is there a way to search for past decks you played on MTGGoldfish? Digging around the articles can take a while. So, actually, that would be a good feature. You can see all the decks that I have in my account. That's something you can see. But there isn't a way that I'm aware of to, like, filter by Mucha Brew, for example. How do you beat Inverter in red or green? Red aggro just beats Inverter, straight up. Just by being faster than Inverter. That's actually one of the... If you want to beat Inverter, as far as the Players Tour decks, the best deck at beating Inverter was just mono red aggro, actually. Playing Caves of Koilos. I feel like... yeah. Or Caves of Koilos, Hateful Eidolon, Ethereal Armor. Well, here we go. That's a 3-4. Can you beat that inverter? Opponent untaps. I will see if I can get you a link to all of my deck lists. Like, I think one of the things that we need to do is get this more public on the site. But if you go to the metagame page, there is advanced search on the right-hand side, advanced deck search, and then you can search by player. So if you just put like Saffron Olive, actually, I guess I can just show you this. This might be the easier way to do it. So, all right, let's say, so you go to, let me just show you this on camera. You go to Goldfish. You go to just a metagame page. Doesn't really matter which one. So you go to the metagame page. It has this advanced search here. If you go to advanced search, then you can type a name in here, like Saffron Olive. You can set an age range. You can even like set a card if you'd like to. Make sure to click user though and not tournament. You can select format, so you can filter by all that stuff. You could filter by deck name if you wanted to, and then if you just click it, that'll show you all the decks of mine for the last like 2 weeks, but you can go back and see all of them. So that is the easiest way to do it, and you can mess around with those filters and stuff. All right, Thassa's Oracle for our opponent. And passing. Yeah, I think we have to, unfortunately, Gideon. And Emblem Gideon. And get in with Hateful Eidolon. Gideon Emblem is good protection. Arcane Abbots, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Oh, that's just a place you can go on Goldfish that most people don't know about. Do I program most of the site? Learning how to code now. Oh, I wish. I wish I knew how to do coding. Richard does the coding. I do the content. I am pretty clueless when it comes to coding. It is something I would like to learn. Ooh. How much damage can we do here? So we can Griff's Boon. Actually, maybe just all that glitters? Let's all that glitters on Hateful Eidolon. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Opponent takes it. Gideon. Take up on Kalitas. Please don't kill our Hateful Eidolon, Kalitas. Oh, this Kalitas sideboard tag. Opponent. Fabled Passage. Cracks it. Hey Seth, hope you are well. I'm coming down with a cold, so I'm watching. And bad. Oh, well, I hope you feel better, Bailey Gaming. Oh, boy. We're going to just get, like, wrecked, aren't we? Alright, well, unfortunately, all this would have been fine, but there's a Kalitas, so none of this is fine, and we almost certainly will not win now. Ugh. Boy, maybe this is not a good matchup. We drew a Sram. Well, play Sram. Play Griff's Boon. Draw a card. It's the Plains. Gideon, take up on Kalitas. Play the Blades. Pass the turn, but we're going to lose our Gideon. Pony is down to 1 card. We could top deck something that matters. We could top deck another way to pump this Sram and just get in for lethal. Opponent gets in with the zombie. Going to hit Gideon. Down to 1. Can we steal it? Can we steal it? I've been having a place playing Yasova Panharmonicon in Commander. Ooh, that sounds spicy. Tiller. Opponent hits Gids. Yeah. Land. Passes. More lands. Well, we will play Hateful Eidolon. Gideon. Take up on Kalitas. Get in with Sram. I mean, in theory, this could work. This could work. What do you got, opponent? Come on, Sram. Stick. Whoa, we got there. Through the Kalitas. Okay. It's possible. It's possible we can beat this deck. Whew. Damn it, Bob. Bob, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Hey, see you, Canadian Prime Minister. Have a good work. Hey, what's up, Saga Nvidia? Welcome. How are you this fine afternoon or evening, wherever you may be? No, so the reason we couldn't draw cards from it dying, the Yasova Panharmonicon deck is spicy. I haven't played too many Teamer Panharmonicon decks. The reason we couldn't draw cards there was Kalitas was kind of wrecking us. Kalitas has a replacement effect. When a non-token creature would die, instead it gets exiled. So technically, none of our death triggers trigger because of Kalitas. So that's what ruined our day there. Hey, yeah, how are you doing, Sung and Dominia? The modern deck tech you did today, wouldn't Volcanic Fallout work better than Kozilek's Return? Maybe. Volcanic Fallout. I'm trying to think if there's any downside to playing Volcanic Fallout. I guess the only potential downside is it damages players. I don't know if that's a reason to not do it. We're a mono red deck, so we can cast it. They're both instant speed. I guess the only other thing I would say is if protection from red is a concern, being if protection from red is a concern, could be a reason. Like Core Firewalker shenanigans. It was actually a modern deck, so Volcanic Fallout would be legal, but I want to say thank you for your content because of work and family. You're the only connection left to MTG. Well, Squall, thank you for the kind words, and I'm glad. Oh, no. Well, I guess we'd be mulliganing this anyway. The 2 Thought Seizes are appealing. Well, all right. Here we go. Ew, we have an ugly, mismatched Godless Shrine. Hey, says, seeing this makes me wonder, what do you think is the best color combination for Voltron and Commander? Ooh. That's an interesting question. Opponent plays a tap land, passes. Godless Shrine, go. Ground Catacombs, and Thassa's Oracle. Our clock is not very fast. Apostle does dodge removal. I mean, we have a creature Thoughtseize. What is the best color combination? I'm actually not sure. That's not something I've really thought about. Maybe we just Brain Mag it. Yeah, let's Brain Mag it. See what our opponent's got in hand. Now we will take Fatal Push. All right. No inverter, please. Yeah, I really like the idea of this deck, Zavis TV. All right, opponent, gonna Thoughtseize us. Well, we know the hand. It's another Oracle. It's a land. We have a new donation for Majora. Did nothing wrong. Have you watched the BoJack Horseman finale yet? I've watched them all in one sitting, but I have no self-control and hate myself. I have not. I haven't got a chance. It popped up on like Friday, and then I had Players Tour coverage all weekend, and then a Super Bowl party last night. So I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But BoJack is, I think BoJack might be my pick for best Netflix original. And it's one of my favorite shows, so I will be watching it, and I have high expectations. It's Kevin NYS. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Thank you so much for the donation again. Was it good? Was it on par with other good BoJack episodes? Opponent getting in with House's Oracle, hitting us. We will play Mana Confluence. We will play Apostle. We will play Hateful Eidolon. We will pass the turn. Can our opponent find Inverter? If they need another Thassa's Oracle, I guess. Land for our opponent. Jace to start drawing cards. Okay. Mills themselves draws a card. So now we got to find a way to kill this Jace opponent. Passes. That's a land. That doesn't help. Jace is very strong. That's a very good card. If our opponent has Inverter, we're just dead. Well, alright. Sentinel's Eye's Apostle. Go to combat. Attack Jace. Opponent blocks. Blocks. That's fine. So Oracle dies. We draw a card. We play... Oh, we just gotta hope. Play Sram. Play Conceal Courtyard. No inverters! No inverters! No inverters! No dig through times. Opponent. Oh my goodness. Right off the top. Yeah, I don't know about this deck. I don't know about this inverter deck. Is that something we want going on in Pioneer? At this point, I'm willing to wait and see what next weekend looks like, but I have reservations that is something we want Pioneer to be doing. Yeah, I will have to watch some. I will have to watch the rest of the season. What are your thoughts on the Prowess deck? Do you think it would be fun to play at F&M? In Pioneer? In Modern? I've been saying that I think Dig Through Time should probably be banned. We're just dead though, right? I mean, how do we win from there? I don't think there's any way that we win from there. Like, technically, I guess we might have one more turn, but there's nothing we can draw that's going to change the equation there with the Jace on the battlefield. All right. Well, this is not an exciting hand, but it's a hand. Island for our opponent. Wait, is this inverter again? Infinite inverters. Conceal Courtyard. And, yeah, I guess Hateful Eidolon. Go. We do have a fairly fast clock if we are unimpeded. Opt for our opponent. Any chance of a Gideon Tribal Revival for Pioneer? Gideon Album shutting down combo would be hilarious in this meta. Gideon Tribal Pioneer could be sweet to try. Yeah, I think that Red Prowess is a decent archetype in Modern. I haven't played the Niv Magus build from the deck tech, so I'm not 100% sure if Niv Magus is it's the spiciest way to build the deck, but I'm not sure it's actually the most competitive way to build the deck. Well, let's play Elzid. And let's just Sentinel's Eyes for now. Get it. Don't really want to lose our All That Glitters. We don't really care if we lose a Sentinel's Eyes, because it comes back. Next turn, we can start growing the dorks and see if we can close this out. What do you got, opponent? Wow, okay. Wow, that was easy. That was way easy. I don't even know what our opponent's doing. That was too easy, because now we don't even know what our opponent's playing. Are they mana screwed inverter? Blue-white control? I don't know what our opponent's playing. I think we just go... Let's go down cartouches. Go up Thoughtseize Brain Maggots. And just try it like that. I mean, it's probably inverter. Everything's inverter these days. If it's inverter, we might want apostles. I wonder, do you think apostles worth it against inverter? It dodges the removal, but that's about it. We'll keep. Any good prowess decks in Pioneer? So some of the red aggro decks are prowessy, but they aren't. I don't know if I would consider them too, like, straight up prowess decks. They're more red aggro, and red aggro happens to play creatures that have prowess than actual, like, prowess tribal. M. Medeiros, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Also, some sort of, some build of, like, is it Phoenix are pretty prowessy. You have, like, the prowess 1-drops. All right, so pretty sure it is inverter. Well, I'm glad we brought in the Thought Seizes. Okay, Legion's End. Interesting. Yeah, I'm happy the Chiefs won. I didn't have super strong rooting interests in this Super Bowl. I'm used to rooting against the Patriots every Super Bowl because I hate the Patriots, but this Super Bowl, I mean, both teams have, like, pretty good stories, pretty, for the most part, likable players, but I was, like, kind of rooting for the Chiefs. I think if I had to choose, I would have chosen Chiefs, so I'm glad that they won. Yeah, I'm a Bills fan. A long-suffering Bills fan. Alright, well, let's take a peek at what our opponent's got going on over there. Brain Maggot. Alright, definitely Inverter. Ooh, Jace, Inverter, Hero. Oh, boy. Well, none of this is good. None of this is good at all. Huh. Hey, what's up, Iron? How are you? Yeah, Demonic Consultation Spiking makes sense. The combo is very good for, Commander, especially competitive Commander. I wouldn't want to play it in more casual decks. So we want to take a combo piece, but if we don't take Hero's Downfall, our opponent just kills our Brain Maggot. But if we take Hero's Downfall, we leave our opponent with just their combo straight up in hand. I guess we make our opponent kill it. Alright. Well, I guess we take Jace. At least this forces our opponent to spend their turn killing our Brain Maggot, I guess. Yeah, I think this is our best bet. If our opponent didn't know our hand from Legion's End, we might be able to get him with Karametra's Blessing, but since our opponent knows our hand, they should be able to play around that. Yeah, Demonic Consultation is not the kind of card that they would print anymore. Oh, what's the matter, Iron? Why has today not been going that great? What? There was a winning Permeating Mass deck? I honestly did not see that. If you have a link to the Permeating Mass deck, send it to me, because I didn't realize that's the thing. Yeah, opponent knows what's going on, kills it, sure. Alright. We untap. All that glitters. Well, we play the land. We play Ephemia. We exile Brain Maggot to make a 2/2. I mean, if we can kill the Jace, there's some amount of hope. Can Josh Allen be the guy that wins the Super Bowl? I am a Josh Allen skeptic, so I'm going to say no. I hope so, but it seems unlikely to me. Alright, so opponent, going to do the switcheroo. Draws a card, plays Jace. So we need to draw Thoughtseize or Brain Maggot this turn. This exact specific turn. Thoughtseize. Ephemia. Ephemia doesn't do it. So, alright, we can... This doesn't work either. Yeah, we're dead. All right, play Sram. Yeah, play whatever. Draw a card. Hateful Eidolon. And we scoop it up. Inverter! Boo! Well, we're 2 for 2 with Inverter. I didn't pay attention to the sideboard, that there was permeating mass in there. That's sweet. It does, I guess, shut down random aggro stuff. Oh, that is hilarious. There are Gideons in the sideboard, although Gideon's fine against Inverter. It's a card that's better than nothing, but Gideon doesn't. I don't think Gideon is just a guaranteed win. It is very possible to play Gideon and the opponent just like play Inverter, attack it, and win. All right, so Gideon's coming in. All right, we got a Thought Season of Sram. We'll see. Hopefully this Sram sticks. If Sram dies, we're going to need to have some good drawing. How does being a celebrity in the MTG community feel? I don't know. I guess I don't think of myself as a celebrity. I guess maybe I am, but I don't really think of myself like that. It's still, the idea of that still seems weird to me. I think of myself as someone who really loves playing Magic, and I'm super lucky that that people like to watch me play Magic because it lets me play more Magic. Ugh. Well, I guess we take the opt and hopefully punish this greedy opponent. Opponent deserves punishment. If they draw Black Source, I'm gonna be so upset. All right, Island. We draw Caves of Koilos. We need one more turn without our opponent drawing a swamp. Come on, no Black Source. Okay, it's tapped. It's tapped. So opponent is not completely rewarded, but they are kind of rewarded. I'll play the land, play Griff's Boon, draw a card. Play Griff's Boon, draw a card. That's a bunch of lands. Get in with Sram. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Whew! Oh, you're the reason I want to start MTG content myself. Well, Monin the Conqueror, that is the highest flattery. Thank you. You should do it. Not only are you a celebrity, but you are a beacon of positivity in MTG that helps keep people in the game among controversies. That is also very high praise. Thank you so much. Seriously. I don't know. I don't really like the idea of like being an influencer. I hate that term. I hate the idea of it. Like, I just want to play Magic and have fun and hang out with people who also enjoy playing Magic and having fun. Watching you play Magic is like watching your chess teacher play chess. It's entertaining and lets you learn all the interactions. Well, thank you, Stelly Cell. Could play Helm of the Gods. We already have... If our opponent drew another Black Source, I'm going to be so upset. Well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Keep the one lander, get rewarded. Oh my goodness. If we had kept this hand, I would have got so yelled at. But, yeah, opponent. Sure. More lands. Yeah, okay. Well, we will play this, even though it doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's a game. Should have cast Blessing in response and let them take Maggot. I mean, it doesn't really do anything, though, because then they just Fatal Push during our turn. So it doesn't actually get us anywhere. Wow, they drew another land! Oh! Wow. Well, I mean, sometimes the Magic gods just reward Inverter, apparently. What do you think are the odds of Once Upon a Time and Field of the Dead getting banned in the near future in Modern? Once Upon a Time, I think, will be banned eventually. Opponent kills our stuff. Well, so far, as excited as I was for this deck, it has been a bit of a disappointment. So I think that Once Upon a Time will probably get banned. Field of the Dead, I'm not sure. It might be Primeval Titan that ends up getting banned. Because even if you ban Field of the Dead, you still have turn 3 Primeval Titan combo decks everywhere. So I think that Primeval Titan might be the actual problem. The part Modern, part Pioneer SCD team open from last weekend will be put on Goldfish. Yes, I believe so, Man of Mystery. We draw. Elcid. Yeah, we're just going. I mean, I guess we can play it out so we don't early scoop, but opponent has Dig Through Time, Inverter of Truth. I don't think there's no way we can actually win this game. And we've drawn, oh man, this one was a little bit frustrating. Just because our opponent, like losing to Inverter or whatever, but our opponent top decking 2 black sources in a row after keeping a ridiculously greedy hand, that makes me a little bit sad. Do you see them killing Amulet Titan completely? I guess the argument for Primeval Titan is that Primeval Titan is the busted card. Primeval Titan is the card that allows for Amulet, it allows for Valaka, it allows for... So if you have a bunch of just like... bunch of different turn 3 combo decks that involve Primeval Titan, then it seems like that's the card you ban. Too bad you are an influential celebrity and nobody could possibly hate you. Well, that's a lot to deal with. I don't know if that's true. Everyone is hateable by someone. It's the internet. You would be amazed what people get mad about. I mean, I don't think Valakut's that... I don't think that Valakut is necessarily that bad. Opponent, yeah, doing their stuff. I mean, we've also drawn like 90% of the lands in our deck. We are a 20 land deck, and we've drawn basically every one. Sure, Brain Maggot. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Brain Maggot's not a bad card. I mean, I guess technically we're still alive. Resolves. Opponent. Has... Oh my... Okay. Sure. That's a hand. Yeah, dig through time, I think. I've been in the dig through time probably will need to be banned boat for a long time, and this might be the deck that pushes it over the top. What do we do? What do we do? You'd still rather watch LSB? Luis Scott Vargas. I mean, LSV is awesome. I don't blame you for liking to watch LSV. I like watching LSV. LSV is, I've talked about this before. As far as I'm concerned, LSV is basically the pinnacle of Magic content creation. There are entertaining players who aren't very good. Then there are very good players who aren't very good players aren't all that entertaining. LSV is one of the very few people that make Magic content that are very good and also very entertaining. And that is basically the total package when it comes to making Magic content. So, all right, let's get this back. I'm not sure, is there any world where this leads to us winning? I don't really think so. If you take anything except downfall, you can make them cast it end step. Yeah. All right, dig through time number 2. Opponent, gonna find what they need. Hey, what's up, Song of Dominia? Apparently Pioneer is just Inverter. Inverter.deck. Maybe we'll have to play a deck that's actually good against Inverter. I feel like this is a deck that probably good against Inverter if you're Ken Yukihiro, but if you're not Ken Yukihiro, oh, God almighty. We also have drawn just an absurd number of lands. Well, hit you for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the 16. So that's like 50%. That's a lot. Opponent. Inverter, Thassa's Oracle, that's a game, and that's Inverter. So the downside about beating Inverter is, based on the information we have so far, the decks that beat Inverter are not, I mean, we've won a match each round. The decks that beat Inverter are monocolored aggro decks, at least out of the most played decks at the Players Tour. Like mono red aggro, mono white Heliod, Devotion-y aggro. Those are, if all you care about is beating Inverter, that's the style to go. Because Inverter, while it is very good at doing its thing, it's also like a turn 5 or turn 6 deck. So if you just kill him on turn 4 with like Torbrand or whatever, not a whole lot they can do about that. I'd rather watch you putt and mispronounce cards than LSP making the right plays. Well, Pabst, thank you so much. I don't think that counterspell decks actually beat Inverter. I think that, I mean, if you're playing like a fast clock that has counterspells in the sideboard or like pressure backed up by counters, I think that's good. But I don't think that just playing like blue-white control beats Inverter, unfortunately. At best, I think it might be like a 50-50 matchup, but I don't think you're like favored. That's an interesting question. Do you think Inverter can be strong without Dig? Dig is very important to the deck. It would be a lot less consistent, I think. I think it is the best Dig deck in the format right now, and Dig is one of the best cards in the format. But then we saw like Mono Blue Devotion splashing Inverter. There was like a Eldritch Evolution Inverter deck. So there are other ways that you can perform the combo. So we have just played Inverter 100% of the time, and our opponent's comboed quickly with removal backup. Soul Scar Mage. This is probably going to be a bit sketchy. Well, favorite hoplite, go. Well, we'll see. If we can grow something big enough that our opponent can't deal with it, then we'll probably be in decent shape. That's going to be the challenge. Edzengrad, welcome to the Fishbowl. Opponent's playing one of the anti-inverter decks. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for our new subscriber. Voted. Hey, Seth, love your work and learning so much about deck building with you. Thank you very much for being an awesome human. Thank you, Edzengrad. Ooh, Carrie Zev. All right. Well, what can we do? Thank you for the resub and the kind words. Play the land. I want a Sram, but Sram just dies. Well, let's Sentinel's Eye. Yeah. Alright, all the glitters. I guess we're favorite hoplite.deck. Get in there. Hit ya. Down to 14. Whoa! Okay. Apparently our opponent cannot beat a 6-7. When should we celebrate my birthday? My birthday is February 15th. So only a couple weeks away. It is almost birthday time. What do you reconsider a remake of a would you consider a remake of a Pioneer deck? If so, I'll send you my Tune Pummeler deck. Only around $70 with Shocklands. Ooh. Yeah, I would consider doing some more pummeling. Pummeler is a super sweet. Alright. Bring in a bit of removal. Probably go down to Femias. I feel like this is this is probably a pretty good matchup, I would say. I guess Cartouche is a little questionable. Yeah, running like that. Oh yeah, same birthday. I don't think too many famous people have my birthday actually. Matt Groening, the Simpsons creator. That's the only one I think I know off the top of my head. About it. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, let's just kill it. Pass the turn. Why did Blood Moons, Panharmonicods. What else would I want for my birthday? No, play El Cid. And Godless Shrine. Pass the turn. Alright, we get stomped. Would be nice if we could protect Sram, but it's probably not that easy. Ooh, Rabble Master. Yeah. Opponent gets in. Hits us. Sure. We draw Caves of Koilos, so play a Swamp. Play Sram. Play Cartouche. Well, if we untap with Sram, things are sweet, but our opponent could very easily have removal. Come on. Stay alive, Sram. One turn. Mutavault. Swift Spear. Lava Coil. Yeah. Alright. So opponent hit their sideboard cards. Hits us for $1 billion. Ugh. Where were you last? Heard Karametra's Blessing. Hey, what's up, M. Bowser? How are you? Hey, welcome, Karithron. Hello. Well, that was not especially close. I mean, we have these life linkers. If we could just grow a big Elsid or something, we should just win. It should be that simple. Like, I don't know how mono red beats one of our huge life linking creatures. The question is, can we actually get a huge life linking creature? Ooh, Galileo. That's sweet. And Chris Farley. Chris Farley, I always like Chris Farley. Well, we're keeping this. See if our opponent can kill our Hoplite. Ugh. Oh, we just gotta grow one big threat. Hey, Sea Iron, thanks for swinging by. Opponent going to 5. Tried to find an answer. We might have a chance. Yeah, we look pretty mono white right now. Oh, yeah, the Van by the River sketch. That's definitely classic Chris Farley. And what Chris Farley movies are actually good? Are there any that have actually stood the test of time? And Fun has the magma spray, sure. All right, the old Sram and pray. How many removal spells can you have on the Mold of 5? The answer is very many. And that probably does it. Toples, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Carry Zev for our opponent. Can we draw a creature? No. Well, I guess we get rid of Carry Zev. Ugh. Double removal. Monastery Swift Spear for our opponent. Goes to combat. Gets in. Hits us. We draw a creature that we can't cast, thanks to being mono white, Sram. What is my... Oh, no. What a Mold of 5. Oh, London Mulligans doing their thing. Well, we drew the mana, but I think it's probably too late. Ephemia, Sentinel's Eyes, Ethereal Armor. Well, we'll see. If we can survive here, we can one-shot in the air. But if our opponent just goes land Torbrand... All right, we might have it. Opponent combat. As long as we don't die. We win on the backswing with double all that glitters. We might actually win a match. Opponent gets in. Hits us. Sure. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I guess we kill Soulscar Mage. Opponent's out of cards. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. We drop to 6. We untap. We make the best Ephemia in history. All that glitters. That's a 21-20 in the air. First strike vigilance. No amount of Rabble Masters. And we 20 them in one shot. Oh, okay. Oh, we got there. All right. The kids could still eat. We still have hope. We haven't beat Inverter yet, and maybe we never will. But we beat Mono Red. Maybe we just beat the decks that beat Inverter. So far, what do you think of this deck so far? So far, it hasn't been as awesome as I was hoping. I mean, I'm glad we got the win, though. Rigzilla for the second month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Hey, see ya, Gip. Have a good work. I was seconds away from learning Seth's favorite format until riveting gameplay happened. So, favorite format. I forgot about your question, but now thank you for reminding me. The Roaz, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. So, favorite format used to be Modern. Pioneer is definitely competing with Modern. And then Standard pops in for a few weeks every set release. That's so overall, my answer has usually been modern, but I think there's actually, I mean, I guess we've been 1-2 or 2-1 every match, so the deck is like competitive, even if Arger's not insane. I don't know though between Pioneer and Modern. Right this second, I like Pioneer more than Modern, but we're playing some Modern coming up. We're playing the Heliod Combo Company deck for Much Brew this week, and I've been having fun playing that deck. So I think like I don't know. I don't know overall. Hey Seth, I made a deck on Arena, which I think you'd appreciate. It's Underworld Dreams emergency powers with enchantment synergies. Ooh, that sounds super sweet. I would love to see the deck list, Dark Lord Ragnar. And happy birthday to you. Would a control deck that roads cards like Opportunity be favored against Inverter? Opportunity is Opportunity. Is that target player draws 4 cards? I mean, I like the thought process. It is target player. I like the thought process. Opportunity is 6 mana though, which is asking kind of a lot. But the idea of being able to punish the inverter deck for going so far down on cards, I like the idea of that. I think something like that could work, although I'm not sure that Opportunity is the exact card because it's so much mana. Hey Seth, as easy as it sounds, I love your content. Hearing you respond to my conversations, and you're very entertaining to watch on YouTube and Twitch makes me extremely happy. Well, it's Kevin's. Thank you. Stomp. Thank you so much for the kind words. I very much appreciate it. Well, let's Elcid. And also Elcid. If they play Goblin Shade Whirler, we might be done. Stream over. Stream over. Yeah, this is the Ken list. All right, Rabblemaster. Rabblemaster's okay. That's fine. Opponent gets and hits us. Well, now we make a big thing. Ethereal Armor. Swamp. Hateful Eidolon. Get in for 5. Gain 5 since everything has lifelink. And, all right, Rakdos, you are going to need something very good to get out of this. Whew. Opponent. What do you got? What do you got? Do I yell too much in YouTube videos? And the Much Brew that went up last night. Apparently I got like hyped and started like talking very loudly, and some people did not seem to like that. Do I get too loud and too animated? Like, is that a negative? Opponent hits us. Sure. And a Sram. Well, play. Oh, maybe we don't even need Sram. Hateful. Yeah, let's put that on Hateful Eidolon. Play the Cave. Go attacking. Gain about 1 million. Well, this is exactly the opposite of what I was thinking or hoping would happen. Apparently, we just like crush aggro, but we get crushed by inverter. That has been our experience so far. The lifelink is like hilariously effective against these aggro decks. Like, opponent had a good draw, like removal spell, Rabblemaster, Bone Crusher, and we're at 31. I had my headphones on when I was watching. You managed to wake up my wife. She was not happy. Oh, my apologies, Catharsis. Well, I will try. I don't want to tamper down the enthusiasm, but I'll try to keep the volume in a way that doesn't wake up wives and cause marital strife. Thunderbreak. Uh-huh. Ooh, let me see, Dark Lord Rengar. Kling Lermiser, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for our new subscriber, opponent. Making a Rabble Master token, getting in. I mean, our opponent's dead, right? We sack Alcid Pro Red and win. Like, it seems like that should work. Opponent gets in. Yeah. Playing defensively, sure. So we untap. Karametra's Blessing on red. Attack you. And you die. I think we got him. Opponent. Yup. Well, interesting. Interesting. The deck feels good against aggro, that's for sure. Death by draw. Ooh, that looks pretty sweet. I would like to play an Underworld Dreams deck. Something else that could be cool would be Smothering Tides. Smothering Tides seems like you could be sweet in that deck. Can't you just normalize the value of post-production? That is probably what I need to do, is do it afterwards. So assume I am an idiot, but how can I send links in chat? You should be able to just copy and paste it, Dark Lord Rengar. It should be pretty simple. There's not anything specific you need to do because of Twitch or anything that I'm aware of. Every day I'm pummeling. Ooh. Yeah, we played a budget version of it. This looks like a solid budget build. I really like Gore Clan Rampager as a threat that's also a pump spell. I think it's really good in that deck. All right. So I guess we're playing against a bigger Rakdos deck. Maybe just like bring in Baffling Ends and go down a couple of cartouches. And I guess we want Deadweights too. All right, we'll go down all the cartouches. Deadweights, Baffling Ends, go. Underworld Dreams is tough. It's a tough card to build around, but it seems like it could at least be a good Against the Odds episode or something. Oh man, this week's Against the Odds, we're doing Pioneer Theros Beyond Death, and it's Deathspell Warcry. Oh, that card is something else. Deathspell Warcry. Oh, it's gonna be an interesting episode. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. That was a card that as soon as it came out, I kind of wanted to see. Ooh. All right, one Griff's Moon to the bottom. Gonna keep both Srams because of removal. Maybe we could protect one if we draw lands for this Karametra's Blessing. Wow, opponent got one lander? Okay. Sure. We'll just pass. Could we ever get a Scoop Seth Playmat Sleeves? Ooh, I will have to ask Richard. I hope so, because I would want those to play at events. That would be super cool to have your own sleeves. You know, play a Sram. Pass the turn. Stomp. Well. Karametra's Blessing. All right. Do we get to untap with it and start throwing auras on it? What do you got to opponent? Call against command. Uh-huh. Well, we will discard Sentinel's Eye. Untap. Sram. Sentinel's Eye. Sram. Draw a card. Pass the turn. 3 toughness outside of the range of Stomp range. Hey, what's up, Diggy man? Good to have you. Welcome. Do you think Gargos could work in a standard aura deck? It's so fun. It's just so ridiculously expensive. So I think it could work in a more casual setting. I don't think in a world of Teferis and so forth, it's hard for me to imagine it working in a more competitive setting, just because 6 mana is so much. Even if you get to untap with it, it's really powerful, but I think it might just be too slow. Ooh, let me see, Dapper Turtle. Yeah, Tomer wrecked us with like a $20. Hmm. Are they both targeting us? All right. Uh, this is actually tricky. With like a $20 version of Gargos, it was like insane. Ooh, Underworld Dreams Rule of Law. Piper of the Swarm. Stormfist Crusader. That seems like that is definitely spicy. For sure, Dapper Turtle. Regarding being too loud, what do we discard here? Alright, I guess we're gonna go Hateful Eidolon. Hopefully this Sram doesn't get Fatal Push. That would be annoying. Alright, Sram gets Fatal Push. That is annoying. Well, favorite Hoplite. Yup. Well, hop away, hop away. Regarding being too loud, just add a compressor to your audio mixer on whatever editing software you use. It should push those loud moments down in volume without using enthusiasm. That sounds like a very good plan. Opponent. Oh Lord. Whoo! Okay, yeah, this we need to sideboard differently. Poland actually has edicts. Oh, maybe. All right. So this might actually be a lot different than we thought. Okay, yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, we definitely have to change the way we sideboarded. Our opponent's actually like Rakdos Dragon Control more than an aggro deck. Yeah, I was thinking this was like in game 1 there was like Rabble Masters, cheap bird spells. It seemed like they were an aggro deck, but our opponent's actually the opposite end of the spectrum. And especially with this edict, we need sacrifice fodder to be able to get rid of it. Opponent gets it, it's us. Now to 14. Ugh. Planes. We've had an odd amount of mono white draws with this hand somehow. Is this Crim's deck? No. Oh, that opponent's playing? Maybe. Or something similar. Opponent gets it. Hits us. Yeah, it looks like a very interesting idea, Dapper Turtle. How does it play? Have you played any games with it yet? Spirit Mantle is not legal. I think it's like one core set too old. Boat it. Thunderbreak. Yeah, alright. Well, thankfully there's another game and we get to change our sideboarding. Yeah, that was a lot different than what it looked like in game 1. Alright, so we actually want cartouches. They're actually very important. Baffling End actually feels pretty bad. Deadweight feels pretty bad. I think we just have to play through our opponent's creatures. And then maybe Apostle of Purifying Light. Although our opponent has red removal, so it's not actually that good. I think we just run it. We run it like that, and we're on the play. Apostle's close. It's always tough in matchups where there's a decent amount of black removal, but then there's also red removal. Alright. I mean, we will keep. If our opponent has Fatal Push, at least we have both colors of mana, so we have live draws. Favorite Hoplite, go. Opponent. How bad is Mana Confluence damage? So far it hasn't been too problematic. About it. I could imagine matchups where it's problematic, but I'll play Godless Shrine untapped. Play Hateful Eidolon. But ideally, we gain back so much life with Hateful Eidolon and Elsiad that we can get away with spending some life. All right. Get in with Hoplite. So that's a decent start. We have a Hateful Eidolon. We have fodder. Our Hateful Eidolon is big enough that it's outside the range of Stomp. Winterwolf, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Could you do a janky deck with Mirror March, maybe Teamer Blank for the Mana Dorks and Thassa, Jund Sacrifice, where you can sacrifice tokens, get some triggers? We've done some Mirror March decks in the past, Destructor. Maybe we will have to revisit one, do a new take on it. Well, let's Sentinel's Eyes, Hoplite. All right, opponent stomps the Hoplite. Well, then we Ethereal Armor, Hateful Eidolon. Get in. Hit ya. Down to 13. And now if our Eidolon dies, we get to draw 2 cards. I will warn you, though, Destructor, my coin flipping luck, very bad. Very, very bad. What deck would you have taken to this PT? I didn't really think about it too much before the tournament. I know if I was going to the next PT, and I didn't care about being spicy or anything, and all that I was concerned about was winning, I would probably play mono red aggro. Jace Tingera, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Okay. How do we do this? Run out Ephemia. Tap land. Combat. Hit ya. We want to leave a buffer for that edict. Ephemia. Exile all that glitters. Pass the turn. Okay. What do you say, opponent? What do you say? What is your favorite color or guild? Or do you love Magic so much that you enjoy playing them all? So it's Skelvin. Blue, but with other colors. I like blue decks, not so much because of like counter spells or traditional brew stuff, but I love drawing cards. So I like a lot of like 2 and 3 color blue decks, with blue being there mostly to let me draw cards, and then the other colors being kind of like the core of the deck. Yeah, like if I was just going to, yeah, that is what I said, Desterminator. Like, if I was going to the Players Tour and I wasn't thinking like, oh, how can I have fun? Or play something that people will find interesting on camera. And I was just like, I'm going to play the spikiest deck possible to allow me to win the game. And try to get as many wins as possible at the tournament. Then I would play mono red aggro. But would I actually play mono red aggro? Probably not, because I have other considerations. Like, I do want to play decks that people enjoy watching, and decks that I enjoy playing. And I don't know. Actually, the weird thing about mono red aggro is, as much as I talk bad about it, whenever we play it for like Budget Magic or something, I actually kind of have fun playing it. Maybe I'm an aggro player at heart, and I just can't get past my love of card draws. An opponent gave us a GG's. All right, one more and we feed the kids. One more and we feed the kids. We had lethal there. Yeah, kind of. The problem is if we... Yeah. The problem is if we spend our Elcid, then our opponent can Fatal Push in response. So I think it's safest just to wait since we're in such commanding of a position. All right, well, we're not beating Inverter, but we're up to 2-2. M. Jacobs and Ragamaku. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Boy, you've played a 3-game match every single time. Win or lose, the games have been close. That's for sure. Super duper close. Do you have a favorite Pioneer deck at the moment? Oh, boy. I'm still bouncing around in Pioneer. We might just play another Pioneer deck. That's a good question. We only have one more match in this league. Is there another deck from the Players Tour this weekend that you would really want to see? If we just do... Maybe we just do 2 leagues today. We could do this one again, but we could just try to do another league after this. Maybe you need to play aggro decks with built-in card draw. That is probably the way to get me to play aggro. I think that's kind of why I like the Boggles deck, because it's aggro, but you still... Because it's aggro, but you still get to draw a ton of cards. Or decks like this. Oh, Pioneer's Slivers is so tough. They're just missing so many slivers. We have not tried Yul's deck. Yul's deck is sweet. I mean, Uro. I do love me some Uros. Esper Humans in Pioneer. Ooh. Yeah, the Saltai Uro deck. People do... It sounds like people do like that one. I also like that one. I would enjoy playing that deck, I think. Let's play Hateful Eidolon. Mustache Merc. First time sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Gonna try to play conservatively. Protect our stuff here a bit. Get in. Grasp of Darkness. Alright. Yeah. Sure. Elcid more important than Hateful Eidolon. Opponent. Oh, yeah, you're right. We didn't have to take damage, did we? Gets in, hits us. Down 218. And. Land. And. Spawn of Mayhem. Well, I think that's okay, though. Play the land. Play Sram. Do we protect it? Do we play defense? What do we do? What do we do? I think we gotta wait. I think we gotta wait one more turn and leave up Elcid. Alright, pass the turn. Next turn we can start trying to Sram. Opponent pings us. Down to 18. Land. Hopefully it's not Rankle. Rankle would be an annoying follow-up. Goes to combat. Attacks with both. We are going to take it. That's a big beating. Down to 12. Opponent. This could be a good turn if we untap. Do you think Izzet Prowess is viable in Modern using blue for card draw? Mono red Prowess is very viable. I don't know. Oh, man. If they have double removal, then we're just in all kinds of trouble if they also have Fatal Push. All right, Pro Black, Fizzle. Opponent grows. We untap. We will play Cartouche. Draw a card. We will play Cartouche. Draw a card. We will play... Cartouche, draw a card. Oh my good. Do we draw land every single time? Was that just all lands? Well, get it with Sram. Holy land draws. Ah, that's not great. That's not great. Are you proud that your Janky Child Inverter of Truth making it into a tier 1 deck? Huh, I mean, the Inverter deck is cool right now, but I'm a little worried that it's actually just too good. I mean, an Azorius Blink deck. Ooh, let me take a look, Destructor. Opponent. Made you an Azorius Blank deck, sent you an email about it. Did you read it? Because I asked you to answer me if possible. It works really well. When did you email me, Destructor? Bonnet gets it. Hits us. Yeah. Down to 6. More lands. Well, we will play Griff Spoon. Draw a card. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Sentinel's Eye. Wow, this has been ridiculous. Okay, Griff Spoon. At least it's not another land. Griff Spoon. Swamp. Ephemia. Well, we will see. That is a Sram. That is a Sram. That is a big Sram. Opponent. Draw. Ooh, wait. Draws to 9. And loses. Loses. Oh, I still have some lists from the end of the week and over the weekend Destructor to go through. So I will be going through them, but the deck does look sweet for sure. Bant Pseudo Twin. Ooh, Amara Twin. Are we tapping and untapping Amara? Intruder Larva Amara is definitely sweet in a way to tap it and untap it, or tap it so then you can untap it. So tap it to Moth's Changeling, untap it. That looks super fun. Suzuki, I like the idea. All right. We might actually finish with a winning record, just without being able to beat Inverter at all. But this might be a deck that minus Inverter, we just beat everyone with. It's sort of looking like that. We'll go down to Cartouche, and bring in Apostles. Apostle is our best card, by far. Actually, maybe we keep a Cartouche. They could have Edicts. Maybe we go down a couple of Ephemias. The Cacophony. Now I love saying that. Ooh, let me see Kudos. Bant Company. Well, alright. I guess this is fine. Hopefully we do not continue to draw lands, but... Opponent. Knight of the Eben Legion, sure. No land. Oh my god, more lands. Well, we will play Favorite Opolite. Yeah, that's a little land heavy. No more of those. Band Company looks solid. Thoughtseize. Ugh. Well, well, we got a lot of lands left. Yeah, I mean, the Company deck looks good to me. Got good value creatures to hit, for sure. Opponent. Yeah, Ephemia is definitely a sweet card. Opponent. Another Knight of the Eben Legion. Passes. I mean, do we even run this out? Ugh. So many lands. Pass the turn. Saffron, I love MTGGoldfish.com, Dapper Turtle. One last question before I head to class. Opponent has removal. Yeah, looking grim. Getting in. Is it better to play Steamkin or Kiln Fiend in Modern Red Prowess? Alright, tap land. Well, you could use an Apostle with protection from black. Probably Steamkin. Unless you have some sort of like specific combo for Kiln Fiend. If you have a specific combo for Kiln Fiend, I can see the argument for it. Sram is interesting. I'll play Cave. Sram. Griffspoon. Ethereal armor. All right, that's a creature. Does our opponent have more removal? They had a Thussies, they had a Fatal Push. Can they deal with the Sram? Okay, Legion's End. Yeah. So opponent did have an answer, but we have an Ephemia, the Cacophony. Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you? We are fighting with Srams in Pioneer. Opponent gets in, hits us. Down to 11. Starts growing the dorks, unfortunately. Well, Ephemia. Yeah, opponents had removal for days. Play Ephemia. All that glitters. Tap land. Eat something. Make a zombie. Ooh, what do you got, opponent? Land. Woo! All right. Well, yeah, that is not a very beatable hand with what we drew. Cartouche. Oh, we have to double chump to stay alive. Well, All that glitters. And all that glitters. All right, pass the turd. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Opponent just had all the removal. Mutavault. And wow! All right, that was all the removal in the world. Finally got a list on the Goldfish meta for Modern. Don't know if you saw my tweet, Seth, but here it is. Blue-White Living End. Ooh, Blue-White Living End is a sweet idea. Some As Foretold. Ooh. That looks super cool. Congrats on the finish. I haven't seen straight blue-white. I've seen like Is It versions of some of this style of deck, but that looks super cool. Congrats. All right. This is going to determine everything. That was a very strong hand for our opponent. They had all the removal in the world. Let's bring back in Ephemia. Maybe go down to Griffspoon. I feel like we have the tools to fight against this deck, but we got to draw them. All right, about it. Ooh, let me see your Fires deck, Jared. All right, we're on the play. We're on the mall. Well, all right. We will try it. We will keep. We will put a cave to the bottom. Opponent mulliganing, maybe. Opponent's also mulliganing. All right, can we finish it out? What criteria do you have for reading fish mail on your cast? I've submitted questions several weeks now and have not gotten answered. Ooh, sacrifice. I mean, unless it's just a a joke question. I try to basically read them all, or as many as we have time for. Email it to me, and I will make sure that it gets in the pile. The only thing I could think is maybe it's somehow not getting to the right place. I don't know if that's possible, like if the hashtag is wrong or something and we're not seeing it, but email it to me, sarahfonolive@mtggoldfish.com, and I will try to make sure personally that it is included next cast. Although we already recorded this week's cast, so it'll be next week at this point, because we recorded right before the stream today. Irrelevant Merfolk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. All right, can we feed the kids a little snack? We got to win this game. Godless Ride, Untapped, and Hateful Eidolon. Go. Ooh, Perforos fires, eh? That is definitely a spicy take. Oh, opponent's going to take our Apostle. Definitely a spicy take on a fire stack. I mean, it seems like if you live long enough to get stuff going, it seems incredibly powerful. Opponent takes our Apostle. As predicted, we draw Karametra's Blessing. Well, we will... Ethereal Armor. Go attacking. Opponent down to 15. Oh, gonna be close. Gonna be close. Kept. Welcome to the Fishbowl. That can't block. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Opponent passes. We draw Ephemia. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Down to 12. All right, we're gonna go shields down. This might be greedy, but Ephemia. Exile a Oh, it only exiles creatures. All right, opponent plays a swamp. Goes to combat. Gets in. Hits us. 21. Looking good. Things are looking good. Play the plains. Sram. Combat. Swing. Hit ya. Down to 8. Down to 6. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we got crushed by Rankle. Master of Prankles. Sure. Combat. Gets in. And that's game. That's game! We got there. Well, after the slow start against Inverter, we really turned the corner. Opponent passes. Griff's Boon. So, we will. I mean, I guess that still works. That was supposed to be a Griff's Boon, but we'll take it. We'll take it. And what a league. We started off 0-2, losing to Inverter twice, and now we played non-inverter decks, and every single game we played, every single match was a 3-game match, but we ended up going 3-2, so we won 3 in a row. The deck is interesting. I'm not sure about the inverter matchup. Was it a case of a 2-match sample size? Is it that Ken Yukihiro's good against it and we're not? Is Inverter just busted? I don't know. That is a concern that we didn't beat Inverter. But the fact that we beat all the non-Inverter decks is actually pretty encouraging. And that means we get a treasure chest to open. So let's crack up a chest. Lotus Field Day. What are your thoughts on Gruul, Midrange, and Pioneer by going big instead of wide, similar to Chunky Red, but with green creatures as well? My Gruul Monsters list has been absolutely crushing people. Ooh. I think it could be good, although I think that I feel like you want to be very aggressive right now. So if you can kill people quickly, but I think with Inverter putting a cap on how long games will go if you can't interact with it, I think decks like Chunky Red lose some appeal compared to like more 1-drop red. So if you do go that way, make sure that you are trying to kill quickly enough that you can beat Inverter, I think, would be my advice. All right, we feed the kids a little snack. Let's crack our 1 treasure chest, and we get Stolen by the Fae. That might have some value. It's got to be rare-ish, right? It's not in the real set. Stolen. These are the cards that I swear. Wait. Oh, it is in the real set. Aw, it's worth nothing. I was thinking it was a Brawl card because it was initially spoiled in the Brawl deck, but you are... Ugh. I was very wrong. Very wrong. I like Nightmare Shepherd, Doug. I think Nightmare Shepherd is the card I would put in Yarok. Cheapest tier deck, probably mono red. All right, chat. So we already played an entire league with Sram. What should we play now? I think we can try to do 2 leagues today. I was thinking of jumping over to Standard, but I think instead, let's just do another league on Moto, and then we'll do a standard stream for tomorrow's stream. I would guess Mono Red is the cheapest top tier deck in Pioneer. Although there's several that are mono green, but the tierish builds usually splash black now, and that makes it a little more expensive. The Mike Arnold for the 38th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. I don't know if we're going to do Pauper. I mean, we could just try another league with Sram. For Inverter, can't you just shuffle the graveyard in the library before the trigger and just let them draw to death the next turn, or even make them draw a card on your turn? Possibly. If you can figure out a way to do that, I think that's that is something that could win the game. I'm not sure what card, like at instant speed, is going to shuffle your opponent's graveyard in, so I'd have to dig around a little bit to see, but the idea is on point. Black-White Starfield. We've already played Starfield multiple times. Yeah, we could just SRAM it one more time. The SRAM deck is sweet. Maybe we just do all SRAM. I'm fine with doing another one. I think I'm down with doing Did it deselect our deck? Oh, Moto! Come on now. Lotus Field. What do you think is the Lotus Field combo? I would consider playing the Lotus Field combo deck. I don't think we're going to, like, build a deck on screen. The other thing today, because I don't think we'll have enough time to do a league with it, I love the Gitrog deck, but since we've already done one league and the Gitrog deck plays incredibly long games, I think that's a deck we got to do at the start of a stream, because I think the league will probably take us, like, 3 hours or 4 hours or something ridiculous. I mean, you can build Soul Sisters. We could play the Heliod Devotion deck in Pioneer. That was another deck that I think is like sneaky below the radar. I'm down with trying that. There's let me show you the list. Or else we can just run SRAM back. That is fine as well. There's Mono White Devotion. That looks something like this. This is another one of the decks that is supposed to be good against Inverter. The Soul Sisters thing made me think of it, because it's kind of like, I don't even know. Heliod, aggro, devotion, kind of like all mashed together. Do we wanna try Mono White Devotion? This isn't crazy enough. I mean, this is like kind of crazy, right? We will do All right, we can try this. I'm fine. I'm fine with trying that. It looks interesting. We will play the Gitrog deck again. I will promise you we will play the Gitrog deck again because I really like it. But I think it's a deck we got to do for a whole stream. I don't think we could start it as the second deck when we're already like most of the way through a stream. I think it's got to be. Oh, we. Uh-oh. Oh, hang on. I need to find sideboard cards. All right, hang on. We don't really want to play the eight sideboard card version. That's probably not optimal. All right, this looks basically the same, but it actually has. Where can I find the? Why haven't the sideboard cards updated on Goldfish yet? Huh, that's awkward. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we won't play that deck because I don't know the sideboard cards. Yeah, they're supposed to have the full sideboard by now, I think. Well, this is gonna make it harder than I thought. Now maybe we just add in our own sideboard cards. I'm guessing like just throw stuff in. Yeah, I also have to borrow the card, so that's the part that's complicating it. I mean, I assume it's more baffling ends. I assume it's at least, I'm guessing it's 4 rest in peace based on what was said on coverage. And then you got to have at least 2 Gideons, I would think, for inverter. Probably 2 or 3. Gideon's Intervention is actually a sneaky way to deal with the combo decks. And another Seal Away? Maybe something like that is probably fine. All right, let me get the cards. We already did a Sram League. We went 3-2 at Sram. So now we're going to the vote was to give this deck a shot for the second half of the stream. So we are going to give it a shot. Some Helia. This is another deck that's supposed to be able to hopefully keep up with Inverter. Maybe. We'll see if it actually does work. All right. Hopefully we did this right. Cards should be coming. So while we're waiting for these cards to jump into league number 2, a super quick reminder that our sponsor, sorry everyone, I can't see the chat right now because I'm trying to get these cards. A super quick reminder that our sponsor is Card Kingdom, and if you need some Magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. All right, cards should be coming. We can update our planes. We can do a straw poll on what planes are. That is the most important decision. The art that we choose is going to tell our opponent a lot about our decks and our ability to win. So what planes do we want, chat? We need to have at least 18 to have them all be matching. So what planes are? Asking the important decisions. People just need to sideboard Tails End against Inverter. To try to counter the Thassa's Oracle trigger. I mean, that is something that could work. Although, at the same time, At the same time, they have like thought seizes and stuff, so it's not as easy as it sounds always to actually make it work. One from each set. Unhinged lands or get out. I don't have Unhinged. I don't think they have Unhinged on Moto. I kind of like some of the, like, the Lightning land. Lightning? Who puts lightning on a plains? This has, like, silos, teepees, the bird. The Mirage lands. Zebra? Zebra? All right. Bird, zebra, water buffalo, maybe? Or, I guess everything. There's some birds. Caw-caw. All right, here comes our cards. Zebra lands. All right, let's see if Heliod is actually good. We are going to play the Heliod Company deck for Modern. For Much Brew this week, but we haven't tried it in Pioneer. All right, let's see. So Heliod, this was what everyone was scared about when it was spoiled. This was the talk of the town, but then it kind of, are we going Zebra lands? The Pokemon lands are on Moto. I don't think I have that many planes, though. All right, so this deck number 2, and I will update the stream title also. This is another deck that I think is pretty interesting. This is Pioneer Mono White Devotion. You didn't see chat, but Cranial Archive is an artifact I was telling you about for Inverter. Cranial Archive. Exile it. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library. Draw a card. That could be interesting. Yeah, it might be able to work. I think the downside is it's got to sit out on the battlefield, so I feel like it's probably pretty easy to play around. Because we saw a lot of people at the Players Tour bringing in I don't even know. Is this the right build? Yeah, no new Elspeth. All right, so anyway, let's talk about this deck so we start playing. Then we can talk about all, everything else as we're going along. So our second deck today, Pioneer Mono White Devotion. So this deck, it does a couple of things. It can go infinite with Heliod Suncrowned, backed up by Walking Ballista. Ballista, 2 counters, give it lifelink, ping, 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 till our opponent's dead. So that's one thing it can do. We can also make a bunch of mana with Nykthos and play big things like Elspeth, Gideon's, Elspeth Conquers Death. Our early game plays are mostly adding mana symbols. Anafenza, way to get extra counter on Walking Ballista to speed things up. Same with Daxos, can speed up the Ballista combo. Night of Ike Orchid, more ramping. Tomic, it does things, I guess. Double white mana symbols. Stasis there for removal. Gideon. Elspeth is Planeswalkers. Arcanus Owl can dig for both of our combo pieces. And that's kind of the deck. It's like a big white deck, I would say. Rather than being a white aggro deck, we're actually more of like a big white, kind of white ramp deck is the plan of this one. So, I asked this on Twitter. I'm curious what the stream's answer is. Who is the best villain in Commander Clash? And I was thinking about this after Crim's Bearer of Heavens last week. You got Crim, who is pretty villainy in a friendly way. You got Tomer. Actually, no, Tomer wasn't on the list. Although Tomer sometimes does go into villain mode. You have Crim. You have Vince, who kind of relished in the role, and then Jake, who was the original villain. All right, Watery Grave for our opponent. Idyllic Range. What does this do? Comes into play tapped and you just go 3 or more planes. Ooh, that's kind of a cute way to get another counter on Walking Ballista. Bone it. Well, Anafenza. Ugh. So many inverter decks. It's really kind of insane how popular inverter is. Hey, what's up, Greybeard? How are you? No, Jake just had life changes from what I remember, like a new job or something like that. So it was more that kind of stuff than anything. Neither the White Orchid getting our ramp on. Huh. All right. Opponent's gonna counter. I'll play the Plains. Get in with Anafenza. Hit our opponent. I never thought I'd see the day when Inverter of Truth was played outside of against odds. Neither did I. I think Jen is too nice to be a villain. Like, Jen plays some overpowered decks, but she was just so friendly, is so friendly, that it's hard for me to think of her as a villain because of that. Boat it. Got the win in hand. I mean, if they just have Inverter and Oracle in hand, they got it. Jace. Well, Jace also would do it. Mills us. Ooh, so close. Well, I guess we play Gideon. Make a 2-2. Attack Jace, but we're probably dead this turn. If our opponent has Inverter, it's just over. So has a Heliod Ballista combo been busted, or is Inverter combo just so strong right now? Alright, yep. That's lethal. So, yes. I think the Heliod Ballista combo is fine, but Inverter of Truth Jace is definitely the hot combo at the moment that is kind of taking the exile targeting deicide. That's kind of the hot combo that has taken any of the focus away from this combo. Stasis Snare doesn't do anything, right? Creature removal's just like dead for the most part. Gideon's Intervention and Gideon seem good. That was a bit of a slow hand. Slower than we would have liked. It was a hand that could play a fair game plan pretty well, but if our opponent has Splinter Twin... The more I play against Inverter... Well, we're not keeping that. The more I play against Inverter, the more I... Okay. The more I start to wonder if it's a deck that's actually going to remain in the format. Hushbringer worth a sideboard slot at the moment. Maybe. Although it does just die, so... When it comes to hating on... decks like Inverter, I feel like the answer's got to deal with it on the stack. I feel like it's too easy with the amount of removal the deck plays. I feel like it's too easy for the deck to interact with creatures. Yeah, we're trying the Mono White Devotion deck. We'll see how it does. We could use something here. Well, Nykthos isn't bad. Go to combat. Get in with Ballista. Yeah, I think we gotta pass. We need an extra land drop. Opponent cycles Fetid Pools. Yeah, the Uro deck is sweet too. That would be a deck that I would be down for playing at some point. Do you run ley lines for free devotion? This deck does not have ley lines in it. Opponent opts. You could. Although white ley line doesn't do a whole lot in the current meta, I don't think. Well, alright. Night. Get a land. Yes, please. Ugh. We need one more plains for idyllic range. Well, we'll take the plains, play the Nykthos, go to combat, attack. Gideon's intervention seems insane if we can resolve it. Like, if our opponent taps out for Jace, how do they deal with that? I don't think they can. Like, I think this just straight up beats the deck. If it sticks. Potent. Passes. Ugh. Well, go to combat. Attack our opponent. Opponent takes it. Down to 14. Plains. Arcanus Owl. Go dig it. Gideon's intervention is sweet tech. Alright, take another Arcanus Owl. Gideon's intervention seems really good against this deck. I'm very hyped for that now. What do you got, opponent? Opponent cracks Fabled Passage. Sure. Dig through time. Yep, that's a good card. Soulflare only works with cards' abilities that are exiled. Yeah, I don't feel like we can just run our Gideon's intervention into our opponent's open mana there. It feels risky. At some point, our opponent's going to have to worry about us just killing them with this Ballista. Like, Arcanus Owl has a lot of devotion. Arcanus Owl is +4, so we have a lot of mana now. So our opponent's got to be a little bit concerned that we're just going to get him with our combo. We draw plains. We'll play the plains. Arcanus Owl. Go digging. Take. Arcanus Owl. I think they got us. Opponent's not interested in tapping mana. Yeah, we went 2-3 with Sram. Gideon's intervention. I'm sure our opponent has a counter. We can pay for Censor. Do they have a real counter? Oh, it resolved. Okay. Well, Inverter of Truth. Named. Combat. Okay. That should be game, right? I think. We started at 2 Eastern, and usually we go to 5, but we might run a little long because we just started this league, so we might run a little bit longer than normal today. So we've been going for, a little over 2 hours now. I mean, I assume this Gideon's intervention is insane. Opponent, kills a thing, sure. It's gotta be insane. They're a blue-black deck. I guess they could have, like, Brazen Borrower or something, but Brazen Borrower is not super common. Normally, they don't run it in the main deck. They might have a bounce spell in the sideboard. It really depends on the specific build. Oh, yeah, I should reset the record. That is a good call. Yeah, we are technically 0-0. Opponent, Fabled Passage. Cracks Fabled Passage. Uh-huh. Naming Gideon's intervention is exactly something that I would do. Thassa's Oracle. Uh-huh. Opponent passes. Well. Arcanus Owl. Go digging. Take a Ballista. Play a land. Ugh. 4 mana. 3? Oh, you're good. We're still going, Jack. What do we do with this? Arcanus Owl again? Yeah, let's go Arcanus Owl again. Owl Tribal. They keep finding each other. Daxos. Play Daxos. Counter on Ballista. Alright. Yeah. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Sure. And yeah. Pass the turn. What do you got about it? Down to 6. How they beat it, they get a bounce Gideon's intervention and combo. But the answer is not at all. Okay. And that went pretty good. Gideon's intervention tech. Very good. Very good. Whew. I am impressed with the owl. The owl made so much mana and it kept hitting things. Like, it was drawing us a card. Maybe Arcanus Owl was a lot better than I thought. That was a lot of mana for a mono white deck. That was a good one. Maybe this deck is sweet. We didn't even combo. We couldn't find a Heliod. We had so many looks for a Heliod to potentially win the game. We just did not find it. Ooh. Oh, this hand's slow. I think we got a mulligan. It's just too slow. Alright. Well, this is less slow at least. We will put a land to the bottom. Alright, here we go. Watery Grave. Tapped. Plains and Thrabes. Go. Board the Weatherlight is just very whiffable. And Owl adds a lot of devotion for, and it adds a body. So I think it's more synergistic. Alright, kill Thraben Inspector, sure. We don't have any quick interaction for the combo. But yeah, the devotion is a big deal. Ugh, another Gideon's not ideal. Play Daxos. Pass the turn. 3 mana Gideon would be good. About it. I don't know why these cards are hanging around still. What do you got about it? Why not play Nevermore instead of Gideon's Intervention, since it's cheaper? Opponent has Thought Erasure. So the upside of Gideon's Intervention is it does do something to stuff on the battlefield. Nevermore, it is cheaper, which is nice, but it is also a... Wow. Okay. Now that is a lot. That is every bad Gideon. Ugh, that is some awkward running. Oh yeah, it's always inverter combo, 100% of the time. Fatal Push. I think it is it from Innistrad? So our opponent have the win? Would have been nice if we drew a 3-mana Gideon instead of just all 4-mana Gideons. Well, play Gideon. Make a 2/2. Pass the turn. Well, we get to start playing Gideons. What do you got about it? Yeah, just missed the cutoff for legality. Thoughtseize to take a Gideon. A mixture of Gideons. Oh, it takes Tomic. Okay. And, I mean, opponent's only got 2 cards in hand. That's not a ton. Attacks Gideon. Well, we will block. Actually, do we block? Yeah, we'll block. I think we might actually have to start antheming. Opponent passes. Hmm. Uh, 3-mana Gideon Emblem does save us. Our opponent can't win the game, so that is very good. I think we wait. I think we make a knight. Play this Daxos. Pass the turn. Opponent. Cycles Fetid Pool. Trying to set up that dig through time. Do you like brewing block formats in the past, and which ones? I was never a huge fan of block constructed, actually. The really small card pool was... I never really found it that enjoyable, so I was never a big block player. I do remember playing, not a deck I brewed, but I remember one of the most broken decks I think that I've played in any format was Black-White Tokens in Dark Ascension, I guess it was Innistrad block constructed, right after Dark Ascension released. Good lord, was that deck. It was just, like, unbeatable. You had Lingering Souls, you had Intangible Virtue, you had Sorin. That deck was just... It was the only deck you could play in that format, and eventually got banned. but yeah, that was the main thing I remember about block. But I never really brewed decks for block. Opponent digs, finds some beautiful Magic cards, goes to combat, passes. Elspeth, eh? Well, make some mana. Emblem Gideon. Play a new Gideon. Make a 2/2. Opponent could be very close to comboing, though. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. I feel like we're going to die this turn, because, yep. Dig Through Time, I think, is a card that's got to get banned. Or, I don't want to say it's got to get banned, but if this deck does need to be targeted by a banning, I mean, I think Dig Through Time just needs to go anyway. It's too good. Yeah, and that's what Dig Through Time does. All right, well, it's not the win we wanted to start off our Devotion League, but Dig Through Time, it is a heck of a Magic card. Well... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that the metagame can adjust to Inverter. We'll see. In a perfect world, the metagame will adjust, and we'll see it when we go to the next Players Tour this weekend. So hopefully we be there. So far, on our stream tonight, we're 3-0 against non-inverter decks and 0-3 against inverter decks. That has been our experience playing Pioneer this afternoon. Opponent. Godless Shrine. Well, that means there's a chance that it's not Inverter, unless it's a more unique take on Inverter. Opponent plays a land. Thinks for a bit. Passes. Well, planes go. You did, Laser! We did a Sram League and went 3-2, and then decided to try some White Devotion for our second league. It could be Esper Inverter. We'll see. Opponent... is untapping, planes, and passes. Well, play land, play and offensive. This might be a Doom Foretold deck. Pass the turn. Yeah, Inverter of Truth is probably the last Eldrazi that anyone would have expected to dominate a format, but doesn't Hutspringer shut down the whole Inverter deck? It sort of. Like, yes, it does technically shut down the Inverter deck, with the asterisk that it's Inverter is basically a blue-black control deck, so it's got a whole stack of removal spells. So while the answer is yes, the odds that you're Hushbringer actually sits out on the battlefield and stops the combo is a lot lower. Hushwing Griff is much better than Hushbringer. I could see an argument for it for dodging Fatal Push. Like, dodging Fatal Push is, wow, so many Walking Ballistas. Dodging Fatal Push is definitely relevant. Well, I guess we just play a Ballista. I mean, in theory, we're in a position where if we draw Heliod, we play Heliod, we win the game. Like, that is a thing that could happen here. So far, we haven't found our combo, but... yeah, that's also true. You could just die to... you could just die to the beatdowns with Inverter. I see you had a lot of Gideon I see you had a lot of Gideons. Makes me want to make a janky Gideon tribal deck with a bunch of Wraths. Ooh. Gideon tribal could potentially work in Pioneer. We played it in Modern a long time ago, and it was actually really sweet. Opponent gets it. Hits us with the Knights. Sure. Down 18. Oath of Kaya. Well, yeah. We will ping a Knight. Ping a Knight. Yeah, this is a Doom Foretold Starfield of Nyx deck, I believe. Castle Aquain. Opponent passes. Playing Nykthos, and I guess we just... doesn't feel great, but Stasis Snare the Knight. Our opponent's deck has, like, no targets, so we might as well do something with Stasis Snare. And it's something we can sack, and it technically has mana symbols. Hushbringer versus Honor Guard. Honor Guard, I would assume. Ooh, okay. That's a lot of card draw. Not super happy that our opponent's got 6 cards in hand. Isolated Chapel. This is a sweet deck. I think this deck has improved a lot. We've played this deck multiple times back before Theros Beyond Death, but I think some of the new cards in Theros Beyond Death should improve the Starfield of Nyx deck quite a bit. Yeah, they are very similar in that sense. They do both just get killed by Fatal Push. Opponent gonna kill our Thraben Inspector. Yup. And passes. Oh, we're so close. How can we do this? Opponent's still got 4 cards in hand. I'll play Heliod. Let's play a Ballista. Make our opponent deal with it. And then if we draw land, we just win with the second Heliod, theoretically. Opponent. Doom Foretold. Okay. Really? All right. Give us a land. Give us a land. If we draw land, we win. If we don't draw land, we're in a kind of awkward position. Doom Foretold. We sack Stasis Snare. Well, I guess that means we got to Elspeth Conquer stuff to get rid of the Doom Foretold. Pass the turn. Oh! All right. We're still a mana short. Yeah, we're a land short from pulling off the combo. The problem is now our opponent has untapped their mana. Oh, okay. Bantu, eh? Our opponents untap their mana, so their chances of having a answer is increasing. Because like, our combo can be destructed at instant speed. Why not let it become a 3-3? Wait, let what become a 3-3? Yeah. Well, things are getting worse by the second. That's a lot of cards drawn for our opponent. Wow. We just cannot... Alright. Well, Arcanus Owl. We just cannot catch a land break. The bad news is this turns on Heliod, which potentially allows our opponent to have removal for it. So I guess we have to take another Heliod. We pass the turn. Oh, we've been one land short forever. Found it. Oh, yeah. We've drawn every Walking Ballista. This is our last one to have a chance to win with the combo. We've drawn every single one, and our opponent has stopped every single one. Maybe Leyline would be worth it. In the sideboard, at least. Bone it. Elspeth's Nightmare. Game? Combo achieved? Combo achieved? Combo achieved. Bone it. Passing. Well, we will get back Anafenza. And that should do it. Whew! Alright. We will play... I guess we just win. Walking Ballista. X1. And Opposed scoops it up. All right, that's the power of the deck. Yeah, we could get back to Ballista since it comes into play with a +1/+1 counter, so we still would be able to. Whew! All right, that didn't go poorly. I don't know if this matchup is good, though. Good lord. Good lord. Deicide is fine. Do we want Rest in Pieces? We do not want Stasis Snares, I don't think. We can go down Stasis Snares. Gideon's okay-ish. Elspeth, okay-ish. Gideon's Intervention is cute if it's not dying. Atomic. Are we getting punted? Do we want Rest in Pieces? That's a big question. I mean, I think we're going to go for it regardless. Let's not Rest in Peace. All right, run it like that. We'll see. Maybe we regret not bringing Rest in Peace, but we'll find out in a minute. Oh, they're not all out? Okay. Well, we got one Stasis Snare in case our opponent finds Bantu. that was our plan. Swamp for our opponent. Ed. Thought seizes us. Sure. Yeah, I thought we had taken out all the Stasis Snares, but apparently we did not. So we're playing the 61 card special. Planes go. Opponent. Urborg. And wow. Okay. Runs out Trial of Ambition. They must have Doom Foretold in hand. I don't know what else it could be. That's an interesting draw. Castle Iron Vale. Go. Hey, see you, Babs. Thanks for hanging out. We will be streaming again tomorrow evening, 6 Eastern. Bout it. Swamp and Basing. Ooh. Okay, things are shaping up. Knight of the White Orchid gets us a land. Play a land. Pass the turn. Nykthos! Yeah, that was as ambitious as it gets. Opponent. Pass. That is a Nykthos. Alright. So I think our opponent has Doom Foretold. Let's go to combat. Get in with our knight. Hit our opponent. Arcanus Owl. Arcanus Owl with Urborg out. Challenging, tapping. Arcanus Owl. Gets us a Gideon's Intervention. We'll play the Plains. Pass the turn. Alright. We're doing things. Boat it. Doom Foretold? Doom Foretold, yeah. As expected. Opponent. Passes. Sack Knight. Play Nykthos. Make some mana. Gideon's Intervention. On Doom Foretold. Deicide Doom Foretold. Whoo! Alright, get in. Hit our opponent. I kind of like where we're at now. This deck is doing things. Vote it. Down to 13. Untaps. Oath of Kaya. Gonna kill our flyer. Sure. I don't think we want our opponent to sack the trial. I feel like letting our opponent sack the trial could be bad if they draw a Starfield so they can get it back. So I think it's actually better for us that it remains on the battlefield. Let's Gideon. Play a Gideon. Start doing Gideon things. Benny Boy 64. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, Bantu, I guess, is an argument to dealing with it. I gotta imagine Bantu's like maybe a one of. Hey, what's up, Teffer? How are you? I don't know. I intentionally killed it before our opponent could sacrifice it. I could very well be wrong, but it was on purpose and not by mistake. But it could be a poor decision. That's possible. Well, 1, 2. Anafenza. 1, 2. Nykthos. Arcanus Owl. Bolster on the token. Take a Arcanus Owl. Gideon. Go beatdowns. Hit our opponent. Yeah. For 8. And this is working. This is working. What are your thoughts on Blue-Red Breach, either with Brawl, Electro, or with Lotus? I think it has potential to be a pretty strong deck in Pioneer. I haven't seen the Brawl Electromancer builds very much, but I've seen the other builds, and I think it definitely has potential. Podet, Birth, gonna grab a Plains. Can our opponent keep themselves alive? Plays a Plains. And scoops it up. All right. Our trend continues. we beat every deck that is an inverter and lose to inverter every time, no matter what we play. Well, this deck feels like it's pretty powerful. So yeah, I mean, I think the Breach combo decks, they do have weaknesses to Graveyard Hate, but they are very fast and can be pretty consistent for a Pioneer deck. So I wouldn't be surprised if with a bit more tuning and work that they end up being pretty legit in the format. That's one that I'd be down with playing at some point for like a stream or something. One of my favorite decks of all time, and the reason I originally subbed, was a mono green Great Aurora deck. Thoughts about bringing it to Pioneer? Yes, I have messed around with Great Aurora a few times and for Pioneer, and it's something that I want to do. The problem I keep running into is the Great Aurora is bugged on Moto. So that's why we haven't had one already. Because I think you could build a sweet Pioneer deck around the Great Aurora. The problem is on Moto right now, when you cast a Great Aurora, it shuffles all of the tokens, uh, all of the tokens on the battlefield into your library, and then you actually draw them. But then they disappear after you draw. So it greatly powers down the Great Aurora if you if you oh, it's a Sram deck. Okay, we're gonna have to kill that. All right, let's. But yes, hopefully we get to do it at some point. Did I help create Goldfish? Richard created Goldfish. I would say I probably have helped grow it on the content end, but as far as actually creating the site, that is Richard's doing. So he deserves the credit for coming up with the idea and actually making it happen. That's all on him. Well, all right, opponent, you get to untap with the Sram. Do your worst. Sentinel. Oh, opponent's playing the deck we were playing. Yep, Sentinel's Eyes. Yeah, the bug definitely makes it harder to play the deck. Opponent plays the Blades. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Because now we get to Stasis Snare, so we can deal with this. We can deal with this perfectly. Planes. Stasis Snare. Whoo! Alright, so we're not going to just die to Sram. Get rid of the Sram. Get in with our Thrabes. Up our devotion a bit. Pass the turn. Another one? Boo! Does Richard do most of the website stuff because you're like the face of Goldfish? Basically, Richard... 1, 2... Alright. Well... Yeah, I guess we gotta just keep Stasis Snaring. Get in with Raven Inspector. Yeah, Richard does a huge chunk of the back end and programming stuff. And I have no idea how to do that stuff. Hey, what's up, Sergio? How are you? Welcome, welcome. While, yeah, I end up doing more of the front end stuff. Is there a reason to play at sorcery speed? Yeah, I want to play it while our opponent's tapped out because of Karametra's Blessing, which would give it hexproof and ruin our day a bit. So that is the main reason to play it at sorcery speed. Bone it. Sentinel's Eyes. Yeah. And passes. Now make some mana. Knight of the White Orchid. Get a land. Anafenza. Tomic. Bolster, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Play the Blades. Pass the turn, pass the turn. Yes, this goes on the replay YouTube, King Masterson. All the streams go up on the replay YouTube roughly a day afterwards. Hey, what's up, Trips? How are you? Adriano Kitani does the art stuff. Hey, Vlydolon. Yeah. Yeah, Adriano's on social media, on Twitter and so forth. So you can find him on there. Opponent. There's a Karametra's Blessing. Elzid. Opponent's down to 1 card. Well, make some white mana. Is this our Gideon turn? I guess it is. Actually, I guess we just play Ballistax 5. Yeah, let's just do that. Ballistax 5 is a Wrath. So Ballistax 5. An opponent scoops it up. The power of the Ballista. Huh. All right, all right. This is Saf, probably better known as Saffron Olive, or Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive. Yeah, maybe we should have just doubled up with the Nykthos. The Wrath seemed like it was probably good enough though, as long as we can keep the board in check. Well, bring in our cheap removal. Elspeth Conquers Death has like no targets. Gideon sort of okay. We can probably go down Tomic. Glare seems very strong. Deicide might even be worth it. Yeah. Is it worth it? Maybe it's not worth it. Seal Away Baffling End. How much removal can we actually play? Maybe we go down Elspeth and 1 Gideon? Alright. Run it like that. Mono white control. Yeah, this deck has felt very powerful, actually. Other than Inverter. We always lose to Inverter, but... Do you think that the fight mechanic will get more direct support? I'm actually considering making a Gargos EDH deck that focuses on fighting with things like Season of Growth and Wild Defiance as a bit of support. There's always fight cards. I'm not sure about... I guess, what do you think by... what do you mean by direct support? Like... Stuff like when a creature, I don't know, like a full mechanic or something. When a creature does fights, do this. I don't know if, maybe. I think we'll continue to see fight cards. But whether or not we actually get, so much removal, but only 1 land. I think we actually keep this. We're on the draw. We're on the draw. We only need 1 land to do things. And a bunch of removal is pretty good against our opponent's deck. All right. Well, a little less removal. Deicide art is sweet. What do you got about it? I guess, what do they take? Maybe just take Thrabes? We are a 26 land deck, so we were very land heavy. Odds of drawing land, not bad. Opponent. But yeah, not as sure about a direct mechanic. I guess it wouldn't shock me if it happened someday, but Plains for our opponent. And, alright, it's a Sram. Okay. Somewhat awkward land, but it is a land. Pass the turn. Bone it. Griffspoon. Opponent's good at having Srams. Caves of Koilos. Sentinel's Eyes. Clock increasing. Opponent gonna get in. Hit us. Ugh. Yeah, when this deck just gets to go off with Sram, it's pretty good. Seal Away looking a little sketchy. Crack the Clue. Castle Ardenvale. Play a land. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else we can do other than Stasis Snare. I'm sure our opponent probably has Karametra's Blessing. Opponent does. All right, Fizzle Stasis Stare. Well, we're giving it our best shot. Yeah, Seal Away. Maybe we shouldn't even play Seal Away because of Zelfer's Eyes. Hey, what's up, Jay Zoller? How are you? Opponent has the cartouche, draws a card with Sram. Well, the power of Sram is coming through, whether we're playing it or not. Opponent plays a land. This is exactly what we wanted to not happen. Hey, Eidolon. Godless Shrine. Tapped. Opponent gets in for 5. Hits us. Sure. Down to 11. Well, try it once more, and then if they have another one, it's just pretty much over. Stasis Snare. Sram. Well, all right. Sure. Well, that was the dream of the Sram deck. Have all your blessings on the top of your deck. Draw a Sram, have it live. All right. Interesting. We might not be able to play Seal Away. Seal Away just might not be worth it. It might just be bad. Maybe we go Gideon to the Trials. Gideon can at least stop a big threat. Let's try it like that. Yeah, that was definitely a good Sram hand, for sure. I mean, that's the power of Sram. If you get to just cast it on turn 2 and... If you get to just cast it on turn 2 and have it live, it's pretty good. A pretty strong Magic card. All right, we get to play first. Let's get a good hand. All right, I mean, I guess we'll keep it. Plains, go. We don't have any direct removal, although Ballista can eventually be removable. Godless Ride for our opponent. Looks like they got their Thoughtseize. Oh, Hateful Eidolon. All right, sure. I'll play the land. Daxos. Pass the turn. Stasis Snare's a good draw. Yeah, Thoughtseize is a... All right, opponent, find a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is definitely a good sideboard option for... I mean, it's just kind of necessary, especially with Inverter running roughshod over the meta. If you don't have Thoughtseize, this deck's never going to beat it. Opponent. Plains. Sentinel's Eyes. Gets in. Uh-huh. Oh, no. This isn't good. Well, play a Ballista, I guess. Oh, second Nexus is the worst. Gideon is decent against Inverter. It is a good card against Inverter. But it often dies to Inverter, which is a kind of an issue. Alright, opponent's got the Griff Spoon. Dork has Flying. Oh, that Thoughtseize really wrecked us. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Godless Shrine, tapped. Combat. Gets in, it's us. Yup. Down to 16. Passes. Well, play Knight. Gain a life. Get a land. Play the land. Pass the turn. Can we stay alive? We're not super duper far away from trying to combo. Opponent. Caves of Koilos. Combat. Gets in. hits us. Land? I mean, do we go for the win? Do we go for the win? Yeah, we did just play it. We just played this list. There's no instant speed interaction, right? I'm trying to remember. Do we have any way to interact at instant speed? I don't think we do. All right, I think we go for it. Heliod. And does the trend continue? Triggers Daxos. Counter on Ballista. Sure. And the GG's. Whoo! We got there. We got there. We got there. Ooh. Keep that in mind. Our opponent is. This does not say creature you control, does it? So if you're playing limited with Karametra's Blessing, and this could come up in other formats, I guess, and your opponent goes to like put a powerful aura on their creature, in theory, if it's an enchantment creature or already enchanted, you can use that to fizzle it. All right, this deck has felt pretty good when we're not getting inverted. You're the worst drafter in history, Jay Zoller? Why are you the worst drafter in history? Yeah, all right, that sounds fine. But hexproof is can't be targeted by spells or abilities your opponent controls. I mean, wouldn't it fizzle? I'm so confused. So how could your opponent target it if it was hexproof? Because you can do the same trick with Vines of Astwood, I believe. Vines of Astwood is the same way, right? Target creature can be the target of spells or abilities your opponent control this turn. I believe it only works with an enchanted or enchantment creature, but I believe that should work. Vines doesn't give Shroud. Vines, I believe gives the same text as hexproof. You know, play a land, play an Offensa. Well, I'm gonna have to do a draft and try it because get in, hit our opponent, pass the turn. Vines is also not Shroud. Vines is hexproof. All right, opponent has a Wild Slash, the wildest of slashes. Oh, play a land, get in with Raven Inspector. But what is the text of hexproof? Opponent, chart a course. Hexproof. This permanent can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Maybe it doesn't work. I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong. I was thinking it did because of how Vines works, but maybe because Vines does not technically say hexproof. It's just has the text of hexproof written on it. That it doesn't actually work. Opt for our opponent. you giving a hexproof is like giving it lifelink. Giving something lifelink doesn't give you life. All right. That's a good argument. So imagine it's like hexproof. In this case, Vines checks for Vines controller. Hexproof checks for the creature's controller. I see. So basically, Vines is not the same as hexproof. Is the TLDR, if I'm understanding it properly. Even though the text is basically the same, it's not actually the same. Any combos for Scuttlemutt? All right, I take it back. I think you were correct that it doesn't actually work the way I was hoping it would. Yeah, let's go beatdowns with Gids. If our opponent's gonna stumble around with Phoenixes and such, guess we just try to kill him. Attack, attack, attack. Poted. Arcanus Owl has very much impressed me in this deck. Ooh. Lightning Axe our Owl. Discarding Fiery Temper. Whoa. Opponent's like comboing off here. Sure. That was a good turn for our opponent. Opponent goes to 11. Staying alive, staying alive. If Vine said, a young Pyromancer. And all right, Treasure Cruise making some dorks. But see, the other reason I'm confused by it is Blossoming Defense specifically says you control. So I always assumed that Blossoming Defense was worded that way, as opposed to Vines of the Vastwood, specifically so you couldn't do that trick of like fizzling your opponent's own spell. So, but I believe that you are correct, but it is worth pointing out that Blossoming Defense does specifically say you can only target your stuff with it. All right, opponent, handful of cards. Passes. Well, let's just Ballista. Kill you. Gideon. Ugh. Alright, kill you both. Cash in the Ballista, hit our opponent down to 5. So our opponent needs to block or answer the Gideon this turn, or Gideon kills them. We have a removal spell. And opponent scoops it up. Whew! Alright, this deck is working. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing that what you're saying is correct. I agree with what you're saying, that Vines of the Vastwood is not the same as hexproof. I am agreeing with those capital letters. I guess we bring in Rest in Pieces. Rest in Peace feels good against what our opponent's doing. Rest in Peace in. Elspeth seems like it just dies. Elspeth Conquers Death is probably questionable-ish. And then maybe a bit more removal. Gideon's Intervention is kind of cute. Go down the Tomic. Trim, trim, trim. And maybe go Sealaways? Yeah, let's try it like that. I don't even think we are disagreeing. I don't even think we're disagreeing though, actually. All right. Well, we can answer things, and answering things is decent. We're not very close to killing our opponent, but Arcanus Owl's good. Man, Arcanus Owl has been very impressive in this deck. Opponent. Young Pizzy. Well, no graveyards for you. or for us, but especially for you. Play the land, pass the turn. We're still going. It's a long one. Welcome back. It's Kelvin's. Yeah, we're trying some mono white devotion for deck 2. Strategic planning. Well, I'm glad we took care of the graveyards. Is it Phoenix does have a hard time if their graveyard is not working? Not super worried about dying to Young Pyromancer. I know you can do the trick with vines, because I've done it. I've definitely done it before. But I think that I agree that the argument that vines is not actually hexproof. I agree that that is correct, I believe. The text is the same, but it is, in a weird, quirky way, it is slightly different. Opponent's going to opt, make another token. Do you think that Inverter will get banned in Pioneer? I think it's too early to tell. I think that right now, Inverter is the best deck in Pioneer. I don't even think that's especially up for debate at this point. I think we will know much, much more after this weekend's Players Tour events. Do things change? Are they the same? I think we'll learn a lot more then. If things look basically the same as they do now, then I think that there is a chance. Then I think that there is a chance that a banning could happen. If things, if decks are able to answer Inverter, then maybe it's not necessary. I do think that Dig Through Time will get banned eventually. Even if it's not banned because of Inverter, I can't imagine a world where that's going to be a safe card for the Pioneer format long term. Well, playing Anafenza. Idyllic Grange. Counter on Anafenza. Boy, Nykthos would make some mana. Stasis Snare. I can't believe our opponent's putting up such a fight with their graveyard lockdown. They're just hard casting Arclight Phoenixes, and it's kind of working. We went 3-2 with Sram. We beat every... Oh, no! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Wow, this is something. This is something. All right. Wow, the odds of this happening are pretty slim. Opponent. Yeah, do your thing. Slashes. Well, Arcanus Owl. Wow. Another rest in peace. All of our lands to the... Oh, I can't believe we're going to lose this. Yeah, opponent just drew every Arclight. And is going to win. Wow. Wow. The odds of that working out for our opponent are so slim, but I mean, that's how you beat Graveyard Hate. When your opponent has the cards that answer your deck, you just gotta run well, and whoo! That was a lot of Arclights on top. Yeah, so far we have beat every non-inverter deck and lost to Inverter every time. That has been our afternoon of Pioneer. This hand does nothing. This hand also kind of does nothing, but I guess we keep it. Unless I got a Thraben Inspector. I will not be in Philadelphia. And we'll keep. Opponent, keeping 7. Well, land and Thraben Inspector. Go. Opponent. Steam Vents tapped. We draw something good. Or not. Another land. Get in with Thraben Inspector. And our opponent. Down to 19 past the turn. All right, no more lands, no more lands. For Inverter, I've come to main deck 2, getting into the Trials 1 in the side. Yeah, getting into the Trials is one of the better sideboard cards, I think, for the matchup. Wow, opponent kept a 1-lander? Punishment is deserved. Ballista. Alright, play a land. Pass the turn. Ooh, we cannot punish our opponent, and they're going to draw a land, aren't they? Not yet. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Opponent discards an Ox. I'll play a Plains past the turn. Mana Screw beats Mana Flood. We'll see if it rings true. There's the land. I think it is true. And our opponent's off to the races now, and we got nothing going on. Ooh. Hushbreaker is not... So Hushbreaker is a card that, yes, it stops Inverter. The problem is, Inverter has a ton of ways to interact with it. So the chances of it actually staying on the battlefield and really stopping Inverter are very, very slim. Jeez. Oh, I wish we were on the screw side. The flood side of this matchup is not good. Well, that's a 3-3. Go ahead, opponent. Opponent's got set. Oh, we've just drawn literally all lands. Oh, that's a rough way, man. We have gotten bitten by the variance bug in this one. Opponent lightning axes. Fiery tempers. Well, we'll ping ya. Yeah, ping, ping, ping. Knight of the White Orchid. Play a land. Do you think a Togs could legitimately make it into a standard set, like a mono-colored common cycle with a rare payoff? I mean, maybe. Jeez, Alright. Lands ho. Ugh. This is bad. This is so bad. Young Pyromancer. Why didn't we get to make a... Why didn't it let us make a 1-1? Oh, wow, this has been so incredibly bad. Opponent. Land. Ops. Makes a dork. Well, that is Magic. Magic is a game where, while skill and deck building and all that stuff play into it, you still lose a pretty big percentage of the time just based on variance. And I think this is the match where if we played this same match out 100 times, we probably win like 99 of them. But we are very likely to lose this one. Stasis Snare. Hit a Young Pyromancer. Idyllic Range. Counter on our human. Yeah, I guess we go attacking. Wow! All the lands in the world. I was very surprised by the interaction with hexproof and enchanted creature auras. It seems that an aura needs a target only when you cast it from your hand, and if something brings it back for the battlefield another way, it can attach to creatures without targeting. That is true. It is definitely a weird interaction, but that is an actual interaction. I don't think we'll be playing another deck today, Benimon. We've already done 2 and are going a bit longer than normal, so this will be... Oh, there's Treasure Cruise. This will almost certainly be our final deck of the afternoon. How long until Wizards makes a Norse-inspired set? I mean, I guess I could see that happening. Go, Castle Ardenvale. At least we have plenty of lands to make 1/1s. Feels kind of like a punt attack. Sure. Not a 14. Well, play Seal away. Get rid of Young Pyromancer. Go to combat. Attack. Play Knight of the White Orchid. Insane Hatter for the 10th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Cubes here for you. You're welcome, Ben Bowser. Yeah, lots of sweet Pioneer decks to play. It's been fun to get to do 2 decks. Oh, yeah, the Abzac Calyx deck was definitely fun. Is it Charm for our opponent? Getting those arc lights in the graveyard, I presume. Yeah, arc light, Fiery Temper. Going to cast Fiery Temper to kill our knight. Strategic. Oh, please tell me they don't luck into more Phoenixes. All right, no Phoenix at least. Opponent goes to combat, gets a Phoenix. Attacks. Well, we will Seal away. I think we need to hit a owl. That is a way we could start to piece something together from here. Untap. That's interesting. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Oh, boy. So close to lethal. All right, Ballistax 5. Pass the turn. Are we going to win with the Flood? Are we going to win with the Flood? About it. Oh, yeah, I guess we could have sealed away and then activated Nykthos. Yeah, you're right. That would have been a good idea. All right, opponent. What do you got? What do you got? Land. Is it Charm? Loots away 2 lands. And scoops it up! Oh! Okay! We drew so many lands! How did we win that? 1, 2, 3. We drew all lands! I can't believe that actually worked. Okay. And we're up to 3-1. And this deck actually, I mean, I cannot believe we won that one. I can't believe we lost the one before where we had turn 2 Rest in Peace and our opponent hardcast 3 Phoenixes. And I cannot believe we won that one in a million years. Wow. Well, let me see, Nerus. Amulet Titan Pioneer. Ooh. I like the name. All right, one more to go for the... Wow, we have really beaten every single non-inverter deck, but not beaten inverter a single time. Through this entire afternoon, 10 matches, well, 9 matches, going one more, but... Yeah, I am shocked. I mean, that is magic. You never know. I guess in the end, it evens out, in theory. Except for our coin flip luck. Our coin flip luck, never going to even out. Are there any decks from the Players Tour events that y'all want to play? We've played a couple of the cool ones. Are there... I know the Sultai Uro deck that Yoel Larson played. I know that's another one people have mentioned. It would be sweet to beat the Inverter deck. But since I'm talking about a Norse theme set, how many people feel about my idea for a mechanic that cares about creatures dying on turns would say we're dealt or dealt combat damage, because of Valhalla. Um, I don't know much about Valhalla, but the mechanic seems fine. I could see that being a thing. Yeah, our first league was Sram Auras. We ended up 3-2. We lost to Inverter twice, and then beat all the non-Aura decks. Hey, what's up, Admiral? You're back right in time for our last match with Mono White Devotion, going for a 4-1 with White Devotion in Pioneer. So why is Team of Reclamation good again? I used to play it a lot. So Team of Reclamation, it's gotten some upgrades in Theros Beyond Death. It has started playing Nissa, and Nissa makes any deck good. And, alright. This might be Inverter. Alright, one more chance for revenge. Can we finally do it? Are we going to go 0-4 against Inverter and 6-0 against everything else? What did I think about coverage this weekend? So, I mean, the commentary people were fine. Some of them were very good. Overall, the coverage felt like random GP coverage more than a Pro Tour to me. We'll see. I mentioned that on Twitter, and a couple people pointed out that this is regional Pro Tours, and then there's a Pro Tour Finals. So maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe they will go all out for the Pro Tour Finals after kind of doing the GP thing for the regionals. My concern is kind of that it feels like Wizards doesn't care that much about paper Magic tournaments. Like, that's just not something they're interested in. Maybe that's me, like, correlating things that shouldn't be correlated, but it kind of felt like, after seeing, like, fireworks and explosions and all that stuff, months of advertising for Worlds on Arena, all that stuff that's been going on, I don't know. It's a little disappointing that it feels like the paper Magic sort of gets the short end of the stick with stuff like that to some extent. But like I said, these were the regional players tours. Maybe they go all out for the finals, and then that criticism, isn't really anything. Isn't that one of your favorite land cycle? Yes, it is. Ugh, these lands. At least we're not playing them, and it's our opponent playing them. Opponent. Passing. Well, go to combat. Attack. Alright, Fatal Push, sure. Well, play Heliod. Pass the turn. At least we could try to jank our opponent out just by giving stuff lifelink, and we still have the opportunity that we could just win with Walking Ballista if we can resolve our stuff. Pote it. Fig passing. Do you think they should cut down the field to 100 less for paper tournaments so they are comparable to arena tournaments? I don't know about that. I think we need to draw land. That's not a land. That's not even close to a land. I'll get in with the Raven Inspector. I don't think the size of tournaments are a problem. I think, if anything, I feel like arena tournaments are small. I'm not saying paper Magic dying, but I feel like... I mean, I wrote a whole article about this. I feel like the focus of paper Magic is shifting away from being about tournament play and more about like command zones and stuff like that. Do you sometimes look in the mirror and realize you're the new legacy player as you cling to something that's clearly dead but don't want to accept it? I mean, I don't think you could go that far with Paper Magic yet, Jay Zoller. Like, I don't think we can go that far yet. No, we don't have the mana to win. We need multiple counters on Walking Ballista. This does open it up that we could potentially win next turn, depending on what our opponent has. I'm expecting they have Dig here, yeah. So we need, to win all in one turn, we basically need 6 mana without any extra help. We need 4 for Ballista, and then additional mana to give Ballista lifelink. We need 2 counters and lifelink. If we have like Anafenza type stuff, it can make it a little bit quicker and easier. So if our opponent just completely whiffs, untap, give Ballista lifelink, we win. Yeah, and I think I also am not suggesting there won't be like local game stores and stuff like that, but I think as far as it feels like, as far as Pro Tour level stuff, and even to some extent like GP level stuff, that there's just been a big shift with a competitive like tournament level play towards digital and away from paper. Speaking of a legacy, Mr. Saffron Olive, you still have a certain red combo deck with Motors Round. You're right. I keep forgetting about that. We do definitely need to do that at some point still. It is still on the list. So I expect we're dead next turn. I think our only hope is to jank our opponent out. We need our opponent to just go for the win. And then Stasis Snare with the trigger on the stack. And then we can get him. Oh, Jace. Alright, Jace is bad. Mills us. 2 lands that we kind of would have liked. Yep. Alright. I'll play Thraben Inspector. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Yeah, this one looking pretty over. Oh, this deck is so busted. Well, we'll see what next weekend brings. Opponent. Inverter. Yup. And we scoop it up. Yeah, I guess we could have tried the Owl and go that way. Ugh. Boy. Yeah, we are just never going to beat this deck. Doesn't really matter what we do. It's just not a thing that happens. Oh, yay. Brutal. Alright. Change stuff up, run it back. Don't forget to ask about the Scoops, Seth sleeves, and playmat. I want them so bad. I will ask. I guess I should have let the combo go. I thought everyone had seen it. Basically, Inverter of Truth gets rid of, exiles your library, and then either Jace or Thassa's Oracle wins the game. I mean, they had Jace on the battlefield. Jace is an Oracle, backup Oracle. Lapse of Certainty and Mana Tithe would be interesting. Oh, we're just never going to beat this deck. That's a little disappointing. This is a deck that was supposed to have a reasonable matchup against Inverter, and not going to happen. Stasis Snare only hits creatures, unfortunately. If it could hit Jace, it would have been good. Well, awkward mana, but we have our combo. We're going to keep this. This is a hand that has our combo pieces. Our mana is putrefyingly awful. I don't know about this. I wonder if these idyllic ranges are worth it. Mr. Faraday, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Years ago, I bought 2 playsets of Inverter knowing my time would come, and here I am going to collect my indie bucks. Good choice. If you ever want to invest in Magic cards, look for, like, weird, unique effects. I think those are, like, a disenchant is never going to be worth money, because there's a million disenchants, and it's very unlikely that all of a sudden something could happen to make disenchant expensive, or a rare equivalent of it. But if you do want to like buy a playset of a card to sit on for a while, I think that the way to do it is to look for unique effects like Inverter of Truth, and then hold on to those. Yeah, our mana is the main pinch here. We technically only have 2 lands, and our first land comes into play tapped. But we do have all of our combo pieces, potentially. But this deck is all disruption and then a combo, so in reality, a little less likely that that happens. Yeah, I mean, I get what idyllic range does. I guess it's only punishing sometimes. Like, it's pretty bad this hand. Speeding up the combo is, I guess it's probably worth it to have to play off curve sometimes. Opponent takes Heliod. Well, those are Granges for days. Well, we will play Thraben Inspector. I guess our opponent timing out is another realistic possibility here. Play the Lad Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Watery Grave tapped. And passes. Well, we will play Daxos. I would have to check the legality. Radiant Fountain's from one of the old core sets. I'm not sure exactly which one, though. Play Daxos. Opponent. Deep take mode. Oh, dear. Do you think that Inverter is ban-worthy because of the shift in the meta it is causing, invalidating non-blue mid-range strategies? I mean, I think it's just early. Like, we'll see what the metagame looks like moving forward. It's just so new that it's hard to say anything with certainty. Like, maybe Mono Red just crushes Inverter and it ends up, not even being a real deck, and then it's probably fine. So I think it's just early. I do think it's a concern that Inverter is potentially pushing tons of decks out of the format. Well, I guess this might be enough. Nykthos number 2. Gideon's Intervention. On Inverter. Pass the turn. Oracle really didn't need the win the game clause. It would have been fine instead if it put a card in hand. Yeah, I mean, putting a card on top of the deck would be bad if it didn't win you the game, I think. Or it wouldn't be very good. It would still be okay, but you definitely wouldn't be playing it like Modern and Pioneer and so forth. Opponent plays a Jace. Yeah. Digs up, mills themselves. Sure. Passes. And play a land. Make some mana. Gideon. Actually, let's crack the clue first. Crack the clue. Gideon. Make a 2/2. Gain a life. Go to combat. Attack Jace. Pass the turn. Would Radiant Fountain be better for speeding up the combo without it coming into play untapped? In this deck, probably not. I actually think having so many double white cards, I think having more colorless lands outside of the Nykthoses would actually probably cause more problems than, wow, opponents milling all the lands. Would actually probably cause more problems than just playing the Grange. Opponent. I assume setting up for a dig through time. Opponent passes. Well. Yeah, play the land. Make 8 mana. Ballista. X4. Gain a life. Gideon becomes a 5/5. Go to combat. Jace. Opponent. 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 Boy, it's hard to see the power and toughness on this Dexos. Go attacking. Opponent. What do you got? I don't know if they beat this Gideon's intervention. Opponent takes it. Drops to 12. We pass the turn. What made you decide to finally show your face on videos? Nothing in specific. It was just kind of what everyone started doing with more streaming and stuff. It became kind of the norm. So there wasn't any specific reason for it, other than it felt like it would improve the content, hopefully. And I think it has. It's a little bit more work. You actually have to, like, to some extent, look presentable. So it takes a little bit more effort. Can I kill Daxos? Sure. Opponent untaps. I don't even know, like, does our opponent have a pathway to victory in this game? Oh, ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. Down to 8. Timing out is a legitimate plan here. I don't really play too many games outside of Magic, really. Boat it. Yeah, people did want it too, which made it easier. Cry the Carnarium. Well, opponent's fighting the fight. Cracks Fabled Passage. Gets an island. Thassa's Oracle. Opponent passes. Well, fire up Gideon. Go to combat. Attack. Oh, this has been a long, long game. Opponent blocks with an Oracle. Well, play the land. Play a Ballista. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. What did they leave on top? Noxious Grasp to get rid of Gideon. And Jace. Mills draws. Watery Grave. Tapped. Opponent. Alright, let's finish this. Heliod. Alright, give it lifelink. Well, we have learned that Gideon's Intervention is very good against this deck. Well, it all comes down to this. One game. Can we beat this deck? Is it possible? Have you tried playing any kind of auto battlers like auto chess, kind of like drafting? I haven't. I think I should, but I just haven't. Magic and doing Magic content doesn't leave a lot of time left over for playing other games, honestly. All right, we got our combo. Well, it's coming down to this. All into this one last game. Can we finally beat Inverter? We're going to find out. Will our opponent time out? We will also find out about that. Yeah, I think our opponent was just trying to, like, jace themselves out of that game. Is recipes in the conversation? I think that's up for debate. Shutting down Dig Through Time is nice. It can also have a interesting effect on our opponent's combo. It can either make it harder for them to combo, or it can allow them to just go off very easily on turn 6. I've heard people who play the deck say that they don't think you should bring in those type of cards against it. I've definitely seen mixed results. I'm not exactly sure. Is it worth having Hushbringer in the side? So it's complicated. Hushbringer, if you can have it just sit on the battlefield, it does stop the combo. The problem is the Inverter decks play a ton of removal spells that easily answer Hushbringer. So how often it'll actually work in practice is up for debate, I would say. So yes, it does shut down the combo, but my guess would be that it's mostly just going to die and be more of like a small annoyance to the Inverter deck rather than something that actually just like locks it down. A ton of discard can definitely be good. Opponent. I'm going to kill Ballista. Well, ping our opponent. Really could use one more land. One more land to play this Gideon's Intervention. Might give us a chance. Pass the turn. Well, let's see if they just have it. Cracks. Feels like an Inverter. All right. Yeah. Can we draw a land? All comes down to this. Nope. All right. Well, our streak of never beating Inverter continues. Yeah, until something happens with this inverter deck, this is the deck of the format at the moment. So when can we start to expect land theory video? That one might take me a little while, but it is still on my list. All right, opponent. Fabled Passage. I mean, if you got the win, opponent, just play it. If you don't have the win, then you messed up. All right, yeah, they got it. Actually, yeah, they do. Yep, fair enough. Well, I don't know about this inverter deck. We'll see what this weekend looks like, but we finished with a 3-2, the same 3-2 as before. The 3-2 where we beat every non-inverter deck, but lose to every inverter deck. And making matters worse, Mono White Devotion is one of the decks that's supposed to have an okay matchup against it, so... all right, one more treasure chest. Feeding the kids 2 little snacks. Thassa's Oracle had 3 toughness, and Ballista had 2 counters, so... if we had one more counter, we could have. Treasure chest, we get... nothing. Wrathy Dragon, Great Furnace. It's a play points. Great Furnace, I guess, has some pauper playability, but... well, that was a long one today, everyone. And if there's one takeaway, the inverter deck, I think, is... it's busted. It's very busted. Fingers crossed that something will change this weekend for the Players Tour events, or else I think there will be a serious conversation about bannings. Over and under... I don't know. My fear is, based on playing against the deck more and more, that the more people play the deck, the more broken it becomes. Like, I don't know if the decks people are playing are actually very good versions of Inverter. So I'm going to say over 25%. And then I'm going to say that it's going to end up getting banned. And Dig Through Time, I think, will certainly end up getting banned at some point. So we will see. But, I mean, fingers crossed that won't have to happen. And maybe something will change in the meta and be able to beat it. But we'll see. There's another Players Tour this weekend. Anyway... that was a super long one, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow night, about 24 hours from now. Reminders, replay YouTube, all the old streams, normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up, including a Budget Magic tonight. And one more reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some Magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Theros Beyond Death in stock now. Tons of old sets as well. You can even get a free Saffron Olive sticker. Actually, no, it's the Scoop Soldier sticker now. But you can get a free one. Just let them know that you want it in your order note. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you for hanging out. Budget Magic goes up at 11 Eastern, 5-ish hours from now. So... yeah, no, still a few hours. 11 Eastern, so about 5 hours. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. Playing some Pioneer, having fun. We will do some Standard tomorrow, 6 Eastern time. I love y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Hey, awesome, dude. Good to see you for a minute. Thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful one, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. See ya.